The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association presents Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by the Ohio Veterinary Medical Center, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, Dublin Valley Farms, Stable.ca, and Midland Acres. Now let's go trackside for all the action.
Good afternoon, racing fans, and welcome to the Stark County Fair here in Canton, Ohio. Got a beautiful day here at the fairgrounds, joined by Bob Roberts and Steve Ulrich doing all the camera work. We've got 9 races, and today is Philly Day at the track.
Yeah, that's right, and this is going to be an interesting 2 days of racing because we have a race today and a race tomorrow that should actually be in the national spotlight. You wouldn't think that much about county fair racing in the middle of Ohio and Stark County, but there's an old-timer racing today in the, I believe it's the 5th race, Southwind Amazon. He is trying to become the winningest racehorse in North American history. He goes to the post today with 134 wins, and he's chasing, I'm trying to think of what the record is. He needs 3, I believe, to catch up. That's today. And then tomorrow we have the winningest 2-year-old filly in North America racing down by the seaside. Is it 13 wins or 14 wins? You got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
She's going to race tomorrow. She's 13 for 18. And Southwind Amazon, who's 14 years old, so the clock is ticking on him. He has 134 wins. He's chasing a Canadian-based horse from the 70s and 80s called Niffet, 137 wins. So
wow.
We have action, interesting action both days.
Yeah, and that's when you get up into these horses that are in this signature series, the Stark County Pacing Derby. I mean, we've got some horses. We got a horse in there, Sergeant Highway. He's making his 200th lifetime start. I mean, that's quite a milestone for any horse. It's just amazing.
And then there's Southwind Amazon will be making his 385th start.
Yeah.
My goodness. Not to make you feel old or tired, Susan, but today is the 47th fair of the season,
wow.
The 89th race card, and we are going to watch races 998 through 1006. So we're going to hit the 1,000 mark in Ohio right here in Canton, Stark County today.
Whoa, that's a lot of racing.
Yes. Is your show Parley still alive after 998 races?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Well, as we said, this is Philly Day today. All the stake races are fillies. We've got 9 races, 55 horses now. We do have 1 scratch. 30 different trainers bringing horses here, led by the Cleggs, who have 8 in today. As usual, they have a lot of horses in.
Now, speaking of the Cleggs, I keep a notebook on winning drivers and winning trainers, and I double-check it with Pathway, and I count it every night, even though I'm now going to be counting into the 1,000s. But my count has Betty Clegg with 53 winners going into today, and Rosie Weaver is right behind her at 52.
Wow.
So they got a battle going on there. And then Hank Levan at 35, Nysonger 32, Hagerman 29, Carter 29, Winters 28, Novak 20. And then we have Morgan at 19, Deb Schwartz at 18, Beaver at 18, and Nesselrod at 18. So the money's getting spread around pretty good, but those two are in a head-to-head battle to see who the winningest trainer is this year.
That's one thing that I've noticed a lot. You know, we keep track on a daily basis, or the meet, we keep track of the leading trainer and driver, and it's nice because the trainers, there is a lot of that money getting spread around.
Sure, that's the best. That's the best.
Yeah,
right.
It really is. I wrote down somewhere.
Now, speaking of Southwind Amazon, he equaled the track record here last year.
Yes.
57-2. It's shared by 4 horses. Yeah, 4 horses. Southwind Amazon, Joe Mary, Bettis, and E.T.'s Camille. They all went in 57-2, ranging from 2000 to 2023. So they move around here pretty good.
That's what's really amazing to me, a 24-year span from 2000 to now, coming up to 2024, that the track record has been tied all those times.
And the trot record is Victory is Coming. 2010, he went down there in 159. So that's smoking too.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's,
so this must be a pretty. Have you been here before this fair?
Yeah, I have been here, and there's a lot of people stabled here. I think because we're close to Northfield. So because there's so many people stabled here, I think that's why the track is in such good shape.
That would do it. Right. That would do it.
We've got the superintendent of speed here today is Earl Roan. So he and his speed committee, and they have the Stark County Horsemen's Association. They've been putting all this together. It doesn't happen in a day. Certainly, we appreciate all the work that all the horsemen that are here, stabled here, do. Our presiding judge today is John Crichton. Greg Sauter and Dennis Gardner are our associate judges because we have the Mike Webkenberg starting gate. I believe the Ingrams are starting today. John and Tiffany are sitting in the truck. And Rod Newhart is our charter and clerk. And Kenny Livingood from
Northfield Park.
Is here to do the announcing for us.
And he does a heck of a good job, too.
Yeah, he does.
He's a young man with a big future ahead of him.
Yes, he does look quite young.
Yes, yeah, I'm a dinosaur, and he just got hatched.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what we need. We need some
new blood.
Fresh
in
here. Yep.
Now, apparently, I was talking to the girls in the parking lot. They had some pretty good rain here, and we can see the track is bone dry. But inside of the track, there's some mud puddles, going into that first turn.
Yeah, I think they must have been moving in this big stage probably last night or maybe even early this morning, and there's a lot of mud underneath that.
That is a huge. You think the Beatles or Frank Sinatra was playing here tonight? Because that is quite the operation out there.
It is. They've got speakers and everything everywhere.
Yeah, that's
and a lot of people over there setting it all up,
I know.
too.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a roadie. You have to take this down.
Yeah.
don't wear your new shoes to take down that stage, because you're going to get muddy.
Yeah,
right.
they gotta pack their boots when they're going to the county fairs.
Well, if this is Fair 47, how many do you think you've worked so far this year?
Ooh, I don't know.
In the 30s?
Yeah, I would say, especially in days. Yeah. I've been quite a few, but I was driving in this morning and it was just such a nice day, and the people at the gate were really nice, and it's a beautiful day, and I said,
Yes.
Pretty doggone lucky to be able to do this.
Are you kidding? There's a couple of sayings about I'd rather spend a bad day at the racetrack than a good one away from it.
Yeah.
All right, horsemen, we can bring it out to the track for the first, please. Race 1, bring them out.
This is the 175th Stark County Fair, too.
Think about that.
That's amazing.
My goodness. And, of course, people, if they're not familiar with this area, one exit up the road is the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where the NFL, in some car dealership years ago, they sat down and come up with professional football. It started, that's why that Hall of Fame is in Canton.
Oh, that's why it's here.
Yes.
Yeah,
the game gave the birth to football. Pro football started NFL was right here in Canton, Ohio. They were called the Canton Bulldogs, I think. Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's amazing because I always drive by it. One year I went in. I may go in again this year, but the expansion that it is over there.
Yes.
There's just more and more buildings and more and more
Yes.
things to do.
They renamed the stadium Tom Benson Stadium.
Oh.
It was called Fawcett Stadium for years because I believe he was superintendent of schools here way back when. But Tom Benson owned the New Orleans Saints, became very wealthy with car dealerships. So I think he made a substantial donation, and that's why. Of course, in the perfect world, I don't know why it can't be called the Benson Fawcett Stadium, but
True.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. Plus, this area was the hotbed for high school football way back when.
Oh.
Canton McKinley and Massillon. That game was so big that it was on the Wide World of Sports live for several years.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's huge. And when a baby's born in Massillon, a male, they put a football in the crib.
Really?
I don't know if this
my
tradition continues, and Massillon got good because Paul Brown, who invented a lot of pro football, was the Cleveland Browns coach for years, and then he got the boot and he formed the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh.
His son is still a general manager, I think, of the Bengals. He was the head coach at Massillon football. They said he would scrimmage. His high school kids would scrimmage like Ohio U or Ohio, and they beat him.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he was a genius. He invented playbook, the chin strap, the face guard. He invented all that stuff in football. Yeah, he was an absolute genius.
Well, I have to say, when I went to the Hall of Fame a few years back, and it was just amazing inside. All the things that you could find out. I'm a Packer girl.
Oh.
So I would go in and I'd push on Reggie White, and all this stuff would come in. Brett Favre, all this stuff. So it was a very cool place to go. Very cool place to visit.
One of my son-in-laws was born and raised in Wisconsin, so you and him could talk about the Packers.
Okay, so it sounds like we're getting ready for the post parade. We have a couple changes. I'll let you know right away. The 1, Kylie Cash, will be driven by Keith Cash Jr., and the 3, Tip, Elliott Deaton, will drive. This first race is the first of 2 divisions of the 2-year-old filly Pacers, and it looks like we're almost ready for the post parade. We've got a couple people racing out of the infield. As we said, there's a lot of people that are stabled here, so perhaps there's not enough room in the barns, or else some people just like to race out of their trailers. It's just the horses get a little bit more air, and the Cleggs and Weaver clan, especially when they come in, because they have so many horses, it's hard to find a bunch of stalls close together, so they just all come in with their trailers, park the trailers next to each other, and just tie up the horses right there. So here's the post parade for race number 1.
Yeah, I got both days.
Horses on the track for the first for 2-year-old pacing fillies, first division, $6,020 hometown colt stakes. The 1, Kylie Cash. Keith Cash Jr. drives for owner-trainer Betty Clegg. 2, Midwind Seashell, also from the Clegg barn, owner-trainer Betty Clegg. Nick Clegg will drive. Number 3 is Tip. Elliott Deaton's driving for trainer Ed Ryder and owner Ed Teefee. Number 4, Angel in Paradise, owned by Terry Young, trained by Don Irvine Jr. Justin Irvine calls the shots. Richard Stacy owns the 5, Mickey's Dragon. Charlie Myrick drives and trains. 6, Dancing Susie, owned by the CNC Stables, trained and driven by Chris Hirschberger. Number 7, Flying Ember, owned by Jason Ash, Green Wave Racing, and Wayne Zollers, trained by Scott Cox, using Jason Thompson. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, and daily double here in race 1.
Okay, so we'll take a quick look at the horses in this race for you. Kylie Cash, the 1 horse, is a Fear the Dragon out of an Always a Virgin mare, Glorious Virgin, owned and trained by Betty Clegg, driven today by Keith Cash Jr. This filly is 16 of 18, first, seconds, or thirds. Raced yesterday at Mount Gilead, finished second, was back by just 5 lengths, chimed in 2, 2, and 1. As I said, 7 wins on the year, the fastest of those, 2-3 at Croton, and had a 3-win streak, Jefferson, Croton, and Napoleon.
The 2 is also from the Clegg barn. Nick's going to drive this one, Midwind Seashell. Also raced yesterday at Mount Gilead, finished 5th, but not beaten badly, 3 3/4 lengths. Has been out 17 times this year with 2 wins. Has banked $12,000. And change, and the fastest mile so far is a 2:04.1 at Painesville.
The 3 is Tip. Elliott Deaton drives for Ed Ryder. Ed Teefee is the owner. This is a lather-up filly out of a Western Hanover mare, Western Top Cat. Has been racing at the fairs. Finished 5th last week at Woodsfield. Best beaten time was 2:02.
The 4 is Angel in Paradise. Terry Young, the owner of Streetsboro. Don Irvine Jr. trains. His son Justin will be in the sulky. Angel in Paradise brought the $16,000 at the sale. Has raced 6 times, has 2 wins. Was scratched at Hicksville for transportation reasons, but prior to that, on the 18th of August, it won at Wilmington in 2:01.
Mickey's Dragon and Charlie Myrick. Charlie also trains for Richard Lee Stacy from New Springfield. This is another Fear the Dragon filly out of a well-said mare. Fits well. Has 6 starts on the year, 1 third. That third was at Northfield in a non-winners of 1 race. Did pay some good miles at Northfield, 2 minutes and a 5th and 2-2.
The 6 would be the hometown horse, CNC Stables Dancin' Susie. They're from Canton. Trainer Chris Hirschberger, he's also the driver. 7 starts, 1 win, 3rd last time out at Woodsfield. Hasn't raced since August 20th.
And from the 2nd tier, Flying Ember, Jason Thompson up for trainer Scott Cox. Jason Ash, Green Wave Racing, and Wayne Zollers are the owners of this Catch the Fire filly. She is out of a Micardo mare. She is 3 for 6 this year. 6 starts, 2 seconds, and a win. She did have a nice mile at Northfield Park in the Summit County Fair Stakes, 59-1, and also in the BSS at Northfield, 59-3. The horses are headed to the Webkenburg starting gate, so let's turn it over to Kenny Livingood for the call.
Here they come. They're off there, pacing. There goes Angel in Paradise. Gets the first call for Irvine. Kylie Cash toward the inside. Midwind Seashell off those two leaders as they head into the first turn. Mickey's Dragon came out racing in fourth, already 6 lengths behind. Then it's Flying Ember, who's racing better than Dancin' Susie, and Tip is last of them all. So they're up the backstretch for the first time behind Kylie Cash and Keith Cash Jr. Angel in Paradise is racing second, 3 better than Midwind Seashell, who's third, off her stablemate, who's up front. Back to Mickey's Dragon from fourth, Flying Ember in line fifth. Tip is now second last after a 30-3 opening quarter, and Dancin' Susie is the caboose. So they're single file around the far turn for the first time behind Kylie Cash. Kylie Cash on top, leads by a length and a quarter. Angel in Paradise with a perfect 2-hole ride as she looks for back-to-back wins, and she's behind Kylie Cash at the moment. Midwind Seashell third, Mickey's Dragon in line fourth. Flying Ember called upon to the outside. Tip will follow that, then Dancin' Susie. They begin to pair up at the halfway point with just less than 1 lap to go. 101-4 to complete that first lap behind Kylie Cash. Kylie Cash out front, Angel in Paradise racing second, Midwind Seashell still racing third. On the outside, Flying Ember as Tip put in some steps and is off stride at the tail. So they race to the backstretch, and Kylie Cash is the leader. Angel in Paradise poised to pounce from the pocket. Midwind Seashell's been third throughout. Flying Ember is stalled, going 3 wide. Outside of that one's Dancin' Susie as they race to the 3/4 station. Kylie Cash 133, and they head into the final turn. Kylie Cash been there every step of the way. Angel in Paradise has been right on her helmet as they come to the top of the stretch. Kylie Cash and Angel in Paradise, these two turn together. Horse race in the opener. Angel in Paradise pokes her nose in front. Kylie Cash down at the inside, then Dancin' Susie. But it's Angel in Paradise and Justin Irvine driving away to win by 3. Kylie Cash second, Dancin' Susie third in 2:03 and 1.
Well, that was an interesting race. There's probably, if you look at the past performance lines, Kylie Cash needs the front end to win, so she wasn't going to yield to the 4. But the 4, Angel in Paradise, has the ability to sit and pounce, and that was it.
Yeah.
It was a 2-horse race.
Actually, it was, I mean, there was plenty of room to get in, and Justin Irvine just said, I want to take the 2-hole trip.
Right.
And that worked out perfect for him.
Right. Good race. These guys know what they're doing. So that would be victory number 3 in 7 starts on the year for Angel in Paradise. And the father and son team of Don and Justin Irvin will be in the winner's circle shortly.
And very lightly raced with just the 7 starts.
Right.
Not much racing this year, but she maybe will be fresh for the fall. Did have a start in the Buckeye Stallion Series, finished 5th in that. Also, that win that she had was in that Northfield in a 2-year-old non-winners of 1 race.
Well, I guess it would have raced. Is that the Woodsfield? Is that where it was scratched? They didn't put enough gas in the truck, I guess, because it was scratched for transportation reasons. But yeah, it looks like a nice horse. Looks like a good buy at $16,000 for Terry Young of Streetsboro, which is a little suburb not that far from Northfield Park. And here's the winner.
6 in race 1 is now official. Back here to the winner's circle.
There's the winner for Angel in Paradise, owned by Muskingum, trophy presentation by Muskingum Livestock Auction and Roan Ranch Trailer Sales. The 4 Angel in Paradise is owned by Terry Young, trained by Don Irvine Jr. and his son Justin Irvine, the winning driver. Angel in Paradise, a 2-year-old bay filly by Fear the Dragon, out of the well-said mare Mama's Fallen Angel. Bred by Leanne Carroll of Ohio, 3rd lifetime win, and that's back-to-back for Angel in Paradise. Top down, Kylie Cash 2nd, Midwind Seashell 4th. Tip was 7th, Angel in Paradise the winner. Mickey's Dragon 5th, Dancin' Susie 3rd, and Flying Ember was 6th. 2-4-7-1-5-3-6, fractions of 30 and 3. 101 and 4, 133, 203, and 1. Prices up on the infield tote board. Up next, race 2 for 2-year-old trotting fillies. Scratch the 2, Dublin's Alexis. Justin Irvine on the 1, Count on Kenna. Chris Hirschberger on the 3, Blueberry Pop-Tart. Luke Ebersol on the 6, A Long Way. Field of 5. Let's bring them out for race number 2.
So there are your changes for race 2. It was interesting. I always hear they always hold a sign up that has the sponsor's name on it. And I asked the young guy that does this, I've seen him here year after year doing this, and he also has an envelope for the horse and the horse's connections and the groom. So they all the horse's connections, trainer, owner, whatever, gets a $50 gift certificate for Big D's.
Yeah.
And then the grooms also get a gift certificate. Those were sealed, so we couldn't see in them, but they get a gift certificate too, which is a really nice thing for a fair to remember the caretakers
I like that.
here.
I like that.
Yeah.
If
very
you're
nice.
betting at the fair today, the winner of the last race just paid $360 to win. The exacta looks like $560, and the try is $12. When we were sitting here setting up, I was watching the horses warm up, and that 4-horse, Angel and Paradise, come zipping by me. I had not made a bet at the fair, so I went downstairs and don't listen to the tax guys, but I bet $5 to win on that horse, so I got lemonade money.
Well, good.
Yeah, so I think I'll quit. Right.
Well, you're ahead.
Maybe I'll frame the ticket. No, I'm going to go get the money later.
Okay, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with race number 2.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Okay, welcome back to the Stark County Fair here in Canton, Ohio. We've got people watching from all over the place. A lot of people, of course, from Ohio, Indiana, Scotland. Archie from Scotland.
Wow.
Mert from DeLand, Florida. Diane watching from the home of the Little Brown Jug. That'll be a busy place in just a few weeks, won't it?
Hey, could that guy from Scotland, could he get us some tea times over there at the famous courses? We'll fly over.
We'll ask him.
Yeah. Come on.
Archie is asking if Drew Neal is going to be here today. Let me check.
Drew Neal.
I don't know. He's not listed today here. But, of course, we are racing at a couple other places today. So we talked about how many fairs we had and how many days. Mike Webkenberg said that he has started 80 days in Ohio and 30 days in Indiana.
Jeez.
35 more days to go to finish the fair season. So
wow. By the way, speaking of Drew Neal, my stats have him third on the hit parade.
Third.
But it's Mark St. Louis with 86, Nysanger with 68, and then Neal at 66. So
okay.
They're on top of each other, too.
Second race is coming up. Well, one thing here they do, even though it must have rained a lot, the track must have dried out because they are putting water on it already.
Right.
The infield is pretty wet, but not the track itself.
Would they go? The first race was 2, 3, and 1?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
2, 3, and 1. And as we said before, the track record here for Pacers is 57 and 2 and trotters 59 flat. They're having some big entertainment here. Tonight is a group called Night Rangers. Tomorrow, Scotty McCreery. And I remember that name because I think he won one of the shows, The Voice, or
really?
one of those shows. Friday and Saturday, they're having tractor and truck pulls. And I see they've got the National Tractor Pulling Association here for those 2 nights. And then Sunday, of course, is just like most fairs, they end up with the demo derby.
Right. And a show with Frank Frost called What's Cooking?
Yeah.
Or What's Eating?
What's eating?
What's eating? What's eating you, Frank? That's a reference to our leader who does his fair food reports. Has he done one recently? I don't know. I haven't seen him. Does he this week? Has he done a?
Yeah.
Or is he on a diet?
He's been. Yeah. You know what? He's been shooting, so it's kind of hard for him to do the fair food report when he's shooting. But I know exactly at this fair that the fish place right here.
Oh, really?
Right next to the grandstand. It's absolutely great. They have a restaurant someplace, and I walked down there before to make sure they were there, and I forgot to write down the name. But they have a restaurant close, and then they come to the fair, and they're on the back side of the betting. So
who's ever watching it from this area, if they know the name of the fish place, text it to us so we can tell everybody to get out here and get some fish this week.
It is a great place. Well, so a couple of you have said you were having a little bit of trouble with the audio, so let us know if it's better now.
Yes.
Steve was working on it.
Especially in Scotland.
Yeah, especially there. If you can hear it all the way over there, it should be all right?
Oh. I wonder if he's a soccer fan. I'm a big soccer fan, and they got 2 teams in Glasgow, Celtic and Rangers. You talk about a rivalry.
Really?
Whoa. Big time.
Oh.
Big time. No, here we go. Steve's giving us the Premier League report. Yeah, Susan, they're watering. This track's getting another drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Looks really good.
It does. It looks really good, really fast.
Well, you say they train here year-round, so this has got to be one of the top tracks in the state then. It would be right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference when you train here all the time.
Right. I remember in the old days where I'm from, Lake County, Jerry Osborne and Bob Sidley, they had horses there, and that track was perfect.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, to race at 66 county fairs, it's incredible.
I tell people this, they go, what?
Yeah.
I go, yeah, and we broadcast them all.
Yeah.
What? That's right. You can watch us on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, it's amazing, especially compared to other states, where they just don't have, if they have 14, 15, that's
it's a great program. And those are all archived, correct? So somebody gets lonely this winter when they watching the snow fly, they can go relive the entire season.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah, those are, you can dig for them on Facebook or YouTube, but they're also on Harness Racing Ohio, and that's a little bit easier to find because it's just got all the dates, and that goes back for a couple of years, so you can see if you had a horse that you were watching a couple years ago, you can look at those. People
are already voting the broadcast live stream from the Canton Fair today is the best one of the year, even though we're only one race into it. We need an Emmy or an Oscar.
And this is a huge grandstand.
Oh, it is. I wonder if they're going to fill this puppy for the concerts.
I wonder, too, because that is, it is really, really big.
Now, you and I were talking, it almost is like a high school football stadium size area. And we were talking about what fair was that I was watching where they have a softball diamond and a football field in the infield.
Oh, yeah, that was just this week.
Just a couple days ago.
Not Caldwell. Caldwell? No.
I sent Frank a note ago. I've never seen a racetrack where they, when they turn for home, they're going down the first base line, heading for the 45-yard line finish line. Yeah, what fair was that? It was really interesting. Frank was at that fair. He says you never know what you're going to see. Was that Caldwell?
Caldwell.
Caldwell.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the post parade.
Colt Stakes for 2-year-old trotting filly. Scratch the 2, Dublin's Alexis. Number 1 is Count on Kenna. Justin Irvine's driving for owner-trainer Steve Cross. Scratch the 2. 3, Blueberry Pop-Tart. Chris Hirschberger in the bike for trainer Wes Hirschberger. Owners Wayne Maz Jr., Eden Acres Farmstead, and Miller. The 4, CS Donata Girl, owned by the Scott Cox Stable, Bailey and Zollers, trained by Scott Cox, Jason Thompson pilots. Number 5, Snazzy as Millie, owned by Alan and Leon Miller, trained and driven by Darren Harvey. And the 6, A Long Way, Luke Ebersol drives for trainer Brian Miller and owner Robert Klein. 2-year-old trotting fillies for $4,360, first division tonight.
Wet play show exacta trifecta. Still about a minute or so here before the horses head behind the gate.
Okay, so this is the first of 3 divisions of 2-year-old filly trotters. Count on Kenna, Justin Irvine up for trainer Steve Cross. Steve Cross also owns this full count filly. It's out of a muscle mass mare, Holland Blanc. 6 starts on the year, 1 second, 1 third. Was second at Mansfield in 2:11 and did trot in 2:6 at Northfield at the Summit County Fair.
The 2 is scratched, so we go to the 3, Blueberry Pop-Tart. Trainer Wes Hirschberger, driver Chris Hirschberger. This one is a $19,000 yearling buy at the sales, and so far 2 for 6, has made almost $10,000, and had back-to-back wins at Mount Vernon and Lisbon. So this is a keeper, this one.
CS Donata Girl from the 4-hole, Jason Thompson up for trainer Scott Cox. Scott Cox Stable, M.K. Bailey and W.T. Zollers are the owners of this long-time filly. She's out of a Donato Hanover mare on a 4-win streak. She has only had 5 starts in her lifetime and won 4 of them. Wilmington, Urbana, Northfield, and Scioto Downs, and finished 5th in the Ohio Sire Stakes up at Northfield. So this filly is really having a great career. Fastest of those was 58-2 at Scioto Downs in the Buckeye Stallion Series.
The 5 is Snazzy as Millie. Trainer, driver Darren Harvey for Alan and Leon Miller of Millersburg, Ohio. This one cost $9,000 at the sales. Has started 6 times, has 1 victory. That came at Carrollton, and that's the mark, 2:08-1.
A Long Way and Luke Ebersol for trainer Brian Miller. Robert Klein from Millersburg is the owner. This is a long-time filly out of a Broadway Hall mare, Victorious Broadway. Sold for $10,000 at the Ohio Selected Sale. Has just had 4 starts this year, so just kind of learning. Has trotted in 2, 2, and 3 at Northfield in a qualifier. So that is your field. We have the 1 scratch, and so we will have 5 go to the gate, and they are at the gate now and coming around the turn, headed into the stretch. So let's turn it over to Kenny Livingood.
$360, 2-year-old trotting fillies on gate. Off and trotting, CS Donata Girl out looking for the lead. Snazzy as Millie on her outside. Down toward the inside is Count on Kenna. Then Blueberry Pop-Tart and A Long Way gets away toward the rear of the field. So they work their way onto the backstretch, and off stride goes the 1, Count on Kenna. Count on Kenna makes a break. So up top it's CS Donata Girl with the lead, leading it by a length and a half. Snazzy as Millie is second. Blueberry Pop-Tart up to third. A Long Way is fourth, and Count on Kenna quickly back trotting at the tail, about 7 lengths behind. So the freshman trotting fillies up the backstretch, driving to the opening quarter mark. 33-4 opening quarter mile. So not that quick. CS Donata Girl gets everything her own way on the front. She's tracked by Snazzy as Millie, enjoying the 2-hole ride with Blueberry Pop-Tart in line, then A Long Way, and out the back, Count on Kenna. Still single file, about 6.5 lengths separate them, all behind CS Donata Girl and Jason Thompson. 2-year-old daughter of Long Tom out front. CS Donata Girl leads the way. Snazzy as Millie races from second as CS Donata Girl opens up about a 2-length cushion at the halfway point. Off the rail goes Blueberry Pop-Tart after a half in 106-4. So a 33 split there. They head back into the turn behind CS Donata Girl. On the outside, Blueberry Pop-Tart's up to her wheel. Snazzy as Millie's headed a good trip, then a long way, and Count on Kenna, 3/8 of a mile left to go, and CS Donata Girl to catch, still leading it by half a length. Blueberry Pop-Tart trying to apply pressure. Snazzy as Millie down at the inside, then a long way as CS Donata Girl tries to sprint away. The lead's back to a length and a half as they pass 3/4 and head for the far turn. 1:38 and 2 for 3/4, and in and around the final turn, CS Donata Girl in front by a length and a half. Snazzy as Millie inside of Blueberry Pop-Tart, then a long way, and Count on Kenna. They make their way to the top of the stretch, and CS Donata Girl turns with the lead. Blueberry Pop-Tart on the outside. CS Donata Girl still in front while hand-driven down to the finish. CS Donata Girl wins. That's her 5th straight victory. CS Donata Girl beats Blueberry Pop-Tart and Snazzy as Millie in 2:08 and 3.
That mile in 2:08 and 3. I mean, CS Donato Girl, they tried her, got up to about her wheel, and then she just took off again.
Yeah, when she made the front, with the way she's feeling these days, school was pretty much over, and weren't exactly testing fractions, were they?
No. When you get down to half in 6 and 4 with a horse like that, you pretty much, he was probably sitting real pretty at that point.
Right. And this horse is what, pace that trotted in 58 and change, it scioted down, so. This is cost $12,000. Is now going over $30,000 in earnings.
And with 2 wins in the Buckeye Stallion Series, and then these wins at the fair, she's going to be a pretty good. Should be able to get in both of those finals.
Yeah, the only defeat was what at Northfield Park, and was that Sire Stakes?
That was
right?
Sire Stakes, yeah,
right.
and still got a check. So,
right.
I mean, certainly has been racing good. Qualified at the Meadows.
Yeah.
A 2-year-old filly race in 2-1 and 2.
Nice.
It's been racing great. But Blueberry Pop-Tart gets the winning name.
Yeah.
Marianne, who watches us quite often, she likes her name.
Out of the Top Tart mare.
Archie from Scotland said, in answer to your question, the Rangers through and through. His nephew played for them.
Get out.
So isn't that? That's
don't tell him I'm a Celtic fan. I covered soccer when I was at the Plain Dealer, and Celtic came and played an exhibition game in Cleveland. So I got to meet the players. Rangers didn't come. I'm sorry, Arch. It was Celtic. I know that's your rival.
Jason Thompson's the winning driver. She's a 2-year-old bay filly by Long Tom out of the Donato Hanover mare, Donata Don't Gotta, bred by Melvin Detwire of Ohio. It's her 5th lifetime win, 5th straight CS Donata Girl. The winner. Trophy presentation in memory of Betty and Dale Hudson goes to the 4 CS Donata Girl back here in front of the stands.
Well behaved, isn't she?
Yeah.
Top down, count on 10.
5th, Scratch Dublin's Alexis, Blueberry Pop-Tart 2nd, CS Donata Girl the winner. Snazzy as Millie was 3rd and a long way 4th. 5 Scratch 2, 1, 3, 4 on the bottom. 33 and 4 for the quarter, 106 and 4 to the half, 138 and 2, 208 and 3, CS Donata Girl. Up next, race number 3 for 3-year-old pacing fillies. Logan Ebersol's on the 2, Control Flames. It's a field of 6. We can bring them out to the track for race 3.
Okay, so the only change in the upcoming third, as Kenny said, is Logan Ebersol will drive the 2 Control Flames. And that will be the first of 2 divisions of the 3-year-old filly pace. We're going to take a short break, and then we will be right back.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Okay, welcome back to the Stark County Fair. Yeah. Welcome all of you. Archie's laughing at your last comment about the soccer.
Come on, Archie. What about golf? You're going to pick up the green fees. Susan and I are coming over. And we're going to be careful with that food you have. You have unique food compared to what we eat over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's something called haggis. I don't know. That's, yeah.
We don't want to know?
No, I don't think so. He's going to tell us, though. I'll guarantee you. I don't know if that's part of a Scottish breakfast or not, but
oh gosh,
I love the way those people talk. That accent kills me.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
unique.
Unique,
right.
And it's so cool that people from all over are listening to these races and watching these races at the county fairs.
I think it's great.
Amazing.
I think it's great.
Yeah, such a.
And I think he mentioned Manchester City. The New York Yankees of premier soccer in England was always Manchester United, and I believe their coach is a Scotsman, Alex Ferguson. I think he's been knighted. I think he's Sir Alex Ferguson.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, he'll know. Arch will know.
Quite a number of years ago, I got acquainted with a guy who he named his farm Hotspur. And all of his horses were named Hotspur something, and it was after
Tottenham Hotspur, one of the teams in London.
Yep.
What a great name, Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, he met his wife over there, and then when he came back, and in his later years, he decided to get into racehorses and named them all Hotspur.
Right. This broadcast brought to you by European Soccer.
Yes. Oh, it is. We talk about all sorts of stuff.
That's right. You come here and you're going to get it all.
Yeah.
Water trucks, fish sandwich. Anybody tell us the name of the fish place yet? No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Right.
Later on in the program, we're going to tell you about the cookie ladies who visited us.
Yes.
We're going to tell you all about them. They've got a horse. Let's see, what is it in?
Yeah, what race are they in?
It's in the 4th race. So
we're
around that time,
them.
yeah, we're going to talk about the cookie ladies who came up to visit us.
What do we have next? We have 3-year-old fillies pacing.
Yep.
For 5,900.
Yeah, just 2 divisions of that. I found it unusual that we had 3 divisions of the 2-year-old filly trot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of 2-year-old filly trotters, and some of them are just getting started. I mean, they just have 5 or 6 starts, 4, 5, and 6 starts, so they're just getting going when the fair. So they'll finish up the year probably pretty strong.
Now, you're strong on the breeding. That last winner, C.S. Donata Girl, the sire, Long Tom.
Mm-hmm.
What's his story? Do you remember him as a racehorse?
Ooh, I honestly, I don't.
Oh. Someone tell us.
I had my stallion directory in my bag, and
You left it at home?
well, no, at Urbana it got really, really wet. So everything in my bag got really, really wet.
Susan needs a new stallion book.
I need a new stallion directory.
Right.
Then we can look these guys
Right.
up. But we do have the one horse in this next race, SP Dancing with the Stars, was one of those that raced yesterday, but is sitting second in the Ohio Fair Championship points. She's 23 of 34 this year, first, seconds, or third. So been racing absolutely great. It's just
33 starts. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's
just
a lot.
had one start as a 2-year-old.
Yeah,
so
look, they're making up for lost time.
Yes, absolutely.
Holy cow.
So the horses have to come on the track kind of all over on the backside. They come out of all those different barns, so it takes a little while to get them all gathered up.
By the way, that last winner paid $260 to win, and if you had the daily double, you're not buying a new car or a house because the daily double paid $360. But you cashed. You never go broke cashing tickets. That's the saying. You never go broke cashing tickets.
You talk about buying a new house or a car. We've got some combination house and cars. Those RVs out in that infield.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're the band that's in tonight, but those are some expensive.
Well, I'll bet you're right.
Yeah.
I'll bet you that's exactly what it is. I covered one Daytona 500 car race, and the infield is full of those luxury, and that's
Really?
the drivers. It's a lot easier.
Oh.
Yeah. Than because that place is so crowded. It's 2.5 miles around that racetrack in Daytona.
Oh my gosh.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And early in the week, we were allowed to cross the track with our rental cars and park in the infield. And man, I tell you, one day I says, maybe I'll just make a hard right and go around there once. How long will it be before they shoot out my tires?
They'll throw out the spikes and you'll go over them.
But those guys, 200 miles an hour in a soup can. I don't know. Oh boy, you talk about brave.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But it probably is a lot easier to stay in one of those than go into a hotel every time.
Yes, that's exactly probably why they do it. And they have what they want, cable and this and that. And who knows? They may have their own chefs. Some of those guys are making millions and millions.
Well, here comes the post parade for race number 3, the 3-year-old Philly Pacers.
Horses are out to the track for the third. One's SP Dancing with the Stars, owned and trained by Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg in the bike. Logan Eversole drives the 2 Control Flames for Darren Harvey and owner John Miller. Number 3, Cinderella's Dragon, Chris Hirschberger drives and trains for Bob Troyer. The 4, Dazzling Delilah, she's on the backstretch making her way over, owned by the Yorkshire Pacer Stud Farm, trained by Jeff Ebersol with Luke Ebersol on the bike. The 5, Song of the Queen, Mark St. Louis Jr. drives for Isaiah Shrake and owner Phil Baldoff. And the 6 is Betty Rocks, Justin Irvine drives for owner-trainer Ryan Deaton. $5,900, 3-year-old Pacing Fillies, Home Talent Colt Stakes, up next.
Okay, so we'll go over the horses in this race. SP Dancing with Stars, as we said, from the Clegg barn. Nick Clegg will drive. This horse is a Dancing Yankee out of a 4-star Shark mare, Angelic Star. Raced yesterday and finished second, just back by 3/4 of a length, timed in 2:2. Start before that at Wilmington won in 1:59.2. Her mark for the year is 58.4.
The 2 is Control Flames, John H. Miller's Control Flames, trained by Darren Harvey. Luke Eversole will be the driver. 15 starts, 3 wins, a pair of seconds, is banked $12,700, and his mark came at Northfield Park 158.2.
Cinderella's Dragon, Chris Hirschberger trains and drives for owner Bob Troyer from Middlefield, Ohio. This is the Ponderosa filly out of a Dragon again mare, McMary again. This horse has had 18 starts this year, 3 wins. The most recent win was at Paynesville in 2 minutes and 4/5. She also won at Northfield Park in 57.2.
The 4 is Dazzling Delilah. Yorkshire Pacer Stud Farm of Sunbury are the owners. Trained by Jeff Ebersol. Now, I didn't get the driver change. Who's driving the 4? Because I thought they said Luke Ebersol was driving the 2.
Logan Ebersol's on the 2.
Oh, Logan. Yep. I'm sorry. So it is Luke Ebersol on the 4. Dazzling Delilah, still looking for its first win, 0 for 5. Last time out, 4th, beaten 5 lengths at Croton.
Song of the Queen, Mark St. Louis Jr. up for Isaiah Shrake. Philip Baldoff from North Royalton, Ohio, is the owner and the breeder. This is a bit of a legend and out of a Yankee Cruiser mare, Surf Song. 13 starts this year, 1 win. That was at Northfield Park in 59.4. Last start out was 4th at Wilmington, paced her mile in 2:03.3.
And rounding out the field is number 6, Betty Rocks, owned by Ryan Deaton. He also trains this 3-year-old filly. Justin Irvin picked up the drive. No Elliott Deaton today. Still looking for that first win. 0 for 11 with a pair of seconds and 3/3. Fastest mile was a qualifier at Northfield, 157.3.
So we've got some talented 3-year-old pacing fillies out here on the track. They're kind of milling around. Looks like John Ingram's got the gate in motion.
By the way, we have the winningest trainer on the fair circuit, Betty Clegg, against the winningest driver on the circuit, Mark St. Louis, who's going to drive the 5, Song of the Queen.
Horses making their way to the gate for the 3rd.
So we have an answer about the Great Fish Sandwich at that fair. And Johnny's Bakery right next to the fairground. It's awesome. It's been there since 1960. It's Tim's Tavern Fish.
Okay.
So Tim's Tavern Fish right here. And I did go past Johnny's Bakery. Everybody said, well, David Myrick was the one who said you got to go to Johnny's Bakery for donuts in the mornings.
Oh, boy. Have you had the fish before here?
Yes.
Okay.
It's really good.
Fried fish sandwich, is that what it is?
Yep.
I might be eating that at 60 miles an hour heading north on. Is that, yeah, we got word that if you're planning on going to the races at Northfield tonight, you're not, right, Steve? Are they open for simulcasting still? See if we can find out, because it could be some heading out there to bet.
Yeah, they're open for simulcasting.
They're open for simulcasting, so bring your wallets.
But just no live racing tonight.
No live, because of the lights, is that what it was?
Yep.
No
The
kidding.
power is out and for the lights.
Wow. Oh, well. Steve's pretty sad about that, aren't you? Busted up about that? I can see that.
This way now Steve's got time for a fish sandwich.
He doesn't have to eat with one hand. Him and I think we did drive and eat with one hand after the Jefferson Fair. We found a pizzeria that was pretty good, and we shared a pizza. There's a delay here, huh?
Yeah, I think we're having a little delay. Not sure. I don't see a long line at the betting window, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if somebody went back to the barn because I just see 5 out there.
In my pocket, Susan, it was 5 to win on the 4-horse in the first race. I'll need security to escort me to the car.
It is.
Oh. Now, I don't know his last name, but the fellow in the blue with the funnel cake, his nickname at Northfield Park is County Fair Kenny.
Really?
And he doesn't miss too many fairs, and here he comes. Yeah, right.
Funnel cake and a lemonade shake-up.
He's right. That makes him
fair
right.
food.
He's right in it. He's in the thick of it.
This is what happens when you have a noon post and none of us ate yet. We talk about food a lot.
That's okay. I'm Italian. I got more pictures of food on my phone than family. Heck yes.
Long ways up.
Oh, really? Yeah, there is a guy walking in front of the car.
Well, something's going on with a delay, but we're not sure what it is, so just hold on with us. We've got I still only see 5 horses out there.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The gray.
Just cut across the grass.
Yeah, Dazzling Delilah's kind of going back into that area where they have the trailers parked.
Yeah. Here comes another one off the track.
It seems to be kind of something drivers do now lately. I see it a lot at Scioto Downs where they take them into the infield. I think they just kind of relax out there, you know, a little bit off the track, and they just can have a little few moments of relaxation before they go to the gate.
I know they eat hay. Are these horses, are standardbreds grazers? Will they eat grass?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
They will. Okay.
Absolutely. It's just lucky when they're in the infield that they have their heads checked up so they can't get their head down.
Oh, yeah, right.
They probably would be munching away out there if they could.
Right. The one.
Guys, for the delay here, they're working on the track.
Oh, they are.
Water out of it.
Oh, okay. So maybe a little bit.
They must have found a soft spot or something.
A
They're
puddle
working
there.
on it. Kenny, the track announcer, says they're working on the track. It might be a moisture issue. Maybe there's a soft spot or a little dip.
Could be.
We've had a lot of rain in Northeast Ohio the last month.
Really?
A lot. Well, but where I live, the day of the Cuyahoga County Fair, our man Steve can attest to that. We got hit 1 minute before post time. A tornado touched down within 4 or 5 miles of the track. And that was, you should have seen these guys scrambling, him and Frank covering up the equipment.
Yeah.
And we waited an hour and they called them off. And when I got home, it was the start of 5 days of no power.
Oh.
That's a real fun experience.
So they must be working with a water problem there in the last turn.
And we've seen the water truck out after every race, doing several laps. We're kind of blocked by those trailers. See exactly what spot they're working on.
Yeah, we can't exactly see. But it looks like the gate is, well, it was moving there for a little bit.
He's edging up. Yeah.
Horses headed back to the gate now. for the
Okay.
third.
Horses are headed back to the gate, so we're going to have this 3-year-old filly pace momentarily. Let's turn it over to Kenny Livengood for the call of the third.
Here they come. They're off there pacing. SP, Dancing with the Stars, hustle down from the inside post. Control Flames just made a break as Cinderella's Dragon takes the second spot into the first turn. So the pacing fillies work their way to the backstretch behind SP, Dancing with Stars, who has the lead. Cinderella's Dragon is second. Dazzlin' Delilah is the gray, and she races third. Control Flames regathers herself, and she's fourth outside of Song of the Queen, and Betty Rocks is the early trailer. So they work up the backstretch, driving to the opening quarter, and Betty Rocks on the outside is trying to go challenge SP Dancing with Stars for command as they head past the opening quarter in 32 flat. Betty Rocks just made a break as they headed into the far turn. So SP Dancing with Stars leads with Cinderella's Dragon in second. Dazzlin' Delilah slides off the rail. Now she'll take a shot. They're followed by Control Flames and Song of the Queen, and Betty Rocks is the distant trailer after she made that miscue. So down in front of us with just over 1 lap to go, Dazzlin' Delilah on the outside of SP Dancing with Stars, nearly on even terms at the halfway point. Just in behind them is Cinderella's Dragon after half in 1:03. Into the payoff lap, SP Dancing with Stars still leads. Dazzlin' Delilah on the outside continues to apply steady pressure. Down at the inside is Cinderella's Dragon, then Control Flames and Song of the Queen a long way back to Betty Rocks. Up the backstretch, final time. SP Dancing with Stars continues to call the shots. Song of the Queen making a bold 3-wide bid to challenge SP Dancing with Stars as Dazzlin' Delilah drops back, then Cinderella's Dragon and Control Flames. 1:33 and 4 into the final turn. SP Dancing with Stars leads by a length. Song of the Queen on the outside. Cinderella's Dragon has had a good trip, but she's got no place to race as she's trying to angle off the rail. They come to the top of the stretch, and now she's got open road. Cinderella's Dragon between rivals trying to go get SP Dancing with Stars. Control Flames down at the inside. SP Dancing with Stars and Cinderella's Dragon to the finish. SP Dancing with Stars, I think, held off Cinderella's Dragon. We'll wait for the photo. Control Flames third in 2:03 and 2.
That was a great race with a lot of action.
Looked like SP Dancing with the Stars took it.
Yes, I think she held on.
Not quite sure. I'll wait for the photo, as Kenny said, but I had it the 1-3-2.
Did the 5 back out of there? Because, several horses took their shots.
Yeah.
Right from the start. The 2 and the 3 wanted to go challenged the one into the first turn at the break, but the two did break. So that took care of that one. And then there was a couple other duels. Dazzling Delilah. Yeah, that was a horse race.
Action-packed race, that was for sure, yep.
I think Kenny said 2:03 and 2.
Yep, so last half in a minute and 2/5. That was a good, fast last half.
I mean, the 4 has not won a race yet, but very gritty effort.
Mm-hmm. Got a little tired around the last turn, but was right up in contention before that.
Finish 1 SP Dancing with the Stars first.
So it was 1-3-2, still unofficial, but that was what Kenny called it also.
And Mark St. Louis, he's not the leading driver because he's passive. He's
right.
aggressive.
He's aggressive.
He took his shot.
Absolutely.
The 1 is a heavily favored at 3-5. And looks like it may have posted win number 10 on the year.
We just did get a text blast from OHHA that about the live racing at Northfield Park canceled, but the qualifiers will be raced as planned at 4 o'clock. So they will still be having qualifiers at 4.
Did you hear that, Steve?
But will not be having the races tonight.
All right. You get it all here, folks. We span the globe for you.
Coming back here to the winner's circle.
So this Dancing Yankee filly out of a 4-star Shark mare, owned and trained by Betty Jo Clegg, is now 24 of 35 for seconds or thirds.
Owned and trained by Betty Clegg and driven to victory by Nick Clegg. She's a 3-year-old bay filly by Dancing Yankee out of the 4-star Shark mare Angelic Star. Bred by Leah Rhodes of Pennsylvania. 10th lifetime win. 10th this season. SP Dancing with the Stars comes back to the Mars Horse Care winner's circle. Top down, SP Dancing with Stars first, Control Flames third, Cinderella's Dragon second, Dazzling Delilah sixth, Song of the Queen fourth, Betty Rocks fifth, 1-3-2, 6-4-5. 32 flat, 103 flat, 133 and 4, 203 and 2. SP Dancing with Stars, a wire-to-wire winner. Fourth, please, horseman. It's for 2-year-old trotting fillies, second division. Justin Irvine's on the 1, Go Amy Go. Darren Harvey on the 3, Southern Sadie. Field of 6, let's bring them out.
So SP Dancing with the Stars now up around $55,000 lifetime.
Yeah,
and most of that this year because she only made $283 as a 2-year-old.
Right.
So
bred by Leah Rhodes. They must have purchased this one privately.
Yeah, I think they must have. But this is a filly that they, got that 1 start in and just decided to stop with her and maybe she'd come back better as a 3-year-old.
Right.
And she certainly has.
Oh, for sure.
So we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back to talk about the horses in the 4th, and we're going to talk about the Cookie Ladies.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 Jug winner Southwind Ozzy, a son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th.
Welcome back to the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association live stream broadcast of the races here, the first day of races here at the Stark County Fair in Canton. We have 3 races in the books. 4th is coming up, and we're going to talk about the owners of the 4-horse, appropriately named Miss Snickers, owned by the Cookie Ladies. And we had a couple of ladies come up and visit with us earlier before the races started, and they were explaining about their Cookie Lady. About 30 years ago, Kathy Wampler's dad, Dean, was the guy who took care of the saddle pads and the head numbers at the Dover Fair, the fair in Dover, the Tuscarawas County Fair in Dover. So at about 30 years ago, he turned that over to Kathy and her 2 sisters. And they said they would have to track down saddle pads, head numbers everywhere. People would just throw them wherever they were. They couldn't, spend a lot of time collecting them because people just weren't as nice as they could be at bringing them back. So the next, something happened here with those sound. All of a sudden, I got sound really loud. Maybe it's just me. Oh, now it's down again.
Test. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you really loud now.
Really?
Yeah, really
I'm
really
talking
loud.
soft.
Test. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It's just kind of surprised me.
Back to the Cookie Ladies.
Cookie Ladies. So the next year at the fair, they started handing out cookies to everybody who brought their saddle pads back to them. So if you brought your saddle pad back, you got a cookie. If you brought your head number back, you got a cookie. They said they never had to look for head numbers or saddle pads again. Everybody just loved it.
That's great.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So how long have they been racing horses now, did they tell you?
I think probably longer than even that, 30 years. They have, there was Sherry Cox and Kathy Wampler that came up and dropped off those cookies for us. And as we said, when they decided they got back into horses, they said, and when they decided what their stable name was going to be, they just decided the Cookie Ladies.
It's just the 2 of them, or they have other Cookie Ladies?
Well, it was her it was her 2 sisters, but now it seems like it's the 2, Sherry and Kathy, and it's just kind of a great story.
Yes.
A simple way to a problem. They could have got mad about it. They could have cussed everybody out about it, but instead they turned around and brought cookies for everyone. So
that's why, as a reporter, I always tell people, because I covered both breeds, and I says I prefer betting thoroughbreds, but there's no better stories than harness racing.
Yeah.
It just cuts across everything, and here's another example: the Cookie Ladies.
Yep. Just like we said, and they brought us some cookies, and we're just looking at them.
And Susan has jumped up 3 rows for the cookie tin.
I have. I was just going to look at them because they brought us.
They brought us water. They brought us cookies.
Yeah, water, cold water and lemonade, and really, a lot of cookies. So.
Okay, we'll be here tomorrow, girls. Reload.
Yeah.
In fact, you Cookie Ladies, see if you can find some New York strip steak ladies. And some jumbo shrimp ladies. We'll have a full meal here in the grandstand at the Great Stark County Fair.
I think it's just funny that they named their horse because they are the breeders. Kathy and Wayne are the breeders for the horse that they have in the 4th, and her name is Miss Snickers, which is pretty appropriate for the Cookie Ladies, I would think, to own a horse called Snickers. They probably make some kind of cookies with Snickers in them. I'll bet.
Boy, if you look. The sire is Band's Gold Chip. They could have done something with chocolate chip. Maybe that one's coming.
Maybe that
one's coming.
That is fun. So this is the second of 3 divisions of the 2-year-old filly trots coming up, and they look like they're gathering on the track. So we may have the post parade.
2-year-old filly, second division of 3, I guess, with a purse of $4,360 a trot. And we have a driver in this race we'll talk about later that he's older than the original Cookie.
Oh. They are making sure that this track is in great shape. They are out here every single race in between, which is
it's a very thirsty track.
It does. I mean, it really is sucking up the water like crazy. I'm going to say that they must be able to train out here no matter what.
Yes. I'm sure they take the snow off in the winter.
Yeah.
Well, they're not that far from Northfield Park. What would it be, 30 minutes, 35 minutes tops? It's nothing. It's a nothing drive.
Yeah.
Now, horse trainers, they have like an encyclopedia of excuses when they get beat. One of them is that in thoroughbreds is the racetrack was cuppy. Is there such a thing as a cuppy racetrack in harness?
Yes.
And that's maybe why they water it so much.
Maybe.
It breaks away from the horses?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So they're keeping this racetrack in tip-top shape, that's for sure.
Fourth race trotters on the track. 1, Go Amy Go. Justin Irvine's driving for trainer John Wingard and owner Lynn Landfair. 2, Danny's Dream, owned by Robert McKim, trimmed by Joe Carter, Don McCurgan in the bike. 3, Southern Sadie, Darren Harvey drives for trainer Wes Hirschberger, owners Wayne Mast Jr. 4, Miss Snickers, owned by the Cookie Ladies, trained by Isaiah Strait, Keith Cash Jr. piloting. The 5 is Long Shout, owned by the Jughead Stables, Peters, and Mr. Robert Kubiak, trained by Scott Cox, teaming up with Jason Thompson. And the 6, Bobby T. Chris Hirschberger drives and trains for Bob Troyer and Deborah Cavernmouth. Trotters, $4,360, second division for 2-year-old trotting fillies. Coming up.
And looks like here comes, I'm not sure which horse this is. The 6, okay, Bobby T. coming up here.
Note that we're waiting on the 2 Danny's Dream equipment repair. She'll be back out. We'll be ready to go.
So we're waiting for the 2 Danny's Dream, getting some equipment repaired. Back in the barn is Mr. McGurkin driving for Joe Carter. So we can talk about the horses in this race. Go, Amy, Go. Justin Irvine will drive for John Wengard. Lynn Landfair from Shreve, Ohio is the owner. This is And Away We Go filly out of an SJ's Caviar mare, Raving Renna. 5 starts on the year, 1 win. That was back at Cortland in 2:10, but has been trotting some bigger miles since then. Was in a qualifier at Northfield Park, trotted in 2-1-1, and a couple miles in 2-5 on both of those at Northfield Park.
The 2 is Danny's Dream, owned by Robert McKim of Virginia, trainer Joe Carter. Don McCurgan is the guy that's older than the original Cookie. He's 83 years old. He's going to drive this horse. He's only been out twice and was distanced in both starts, once at Mansfield and once at Wilmington, so still learning the game.
Southern Sadie, Darren Harvey will drive for Wes Hirschberger. Wayne Mass from Dundee and Wayne Mass Jr. from Dundee own this full count filly. She's out of a Southwind Ilian mare, Southern Carol. Just has had 2 starts, Mansfield and Wilmington. Finished 4th in both of those, was timed in 2:12 and 2:9.
And here comes the Cookie Ladies of Navarre, Ohio, with number 4, Miss Snickers. Isaiah Shrake is the trainer. Keith Cash Jr. will do the driving. This is the winningest horse in the race. 7 starts, 2 wins, a second, a pair of thirds. Cost $9,800. Has earned $9,800. Took a mark at Cortland in 2:07.
Long Shout, Jason Thompson up for trainer Scott Cox. His filly is owned by Jughead Stables, G. Peters, and Robert Kubiak, all from Strongsville and Akron. This is a Long Tom filly out of a Chip Chip Hooray mare, Hooray Katie. 6 starts on the year, 1 win, 1 second, 1 third. That win was her last start out at Wilmington, in 2, 6, and 4. Start before that, though, at Northfield was in a qualifier, won that qualifier in 58 and 4.
And on the outside is the 6, Bobby T, racing for Bob Troyer of Middlefield, and Deborah Cavernmo of Georgetown, Pennsylvania. Chris Hirschberger trains, Chris Hirschberger drives, and he's got a tall assignment ahead from the outside. This horse is 0 for 8. Has banked $3,854. Still looking for the first win. Last time out at Croton, broke. Before that at Bowling Green, broke. So needs to stay flat to be competitive.
And as it is with most of the 2-year-old trotters, you just got to stay flat.
Right. 3 starts back at Northfield. That was a good effort. Only got beat a length and a half at 22-1. Made the lead, but had the 1 hole that night. So that was the Summit County Fair. So who knows? Who knows? The bettors know. 99-1. Go down there and bet us.
Oh gosh.
2 across the board on the 6.
Number 2, Danny's Dream, returning to the track.
Okay, so Danny's Dream and Don McKirkin are coming to the track. They got their whatever they had to fix. Got that done.
All right.
You see groups of people on the backside sitting in their chairs under the trees. So you got a tree, and then you've got nobody, and then the next tree there's a bunch of people, and the next tree there's a bunch. So kind of it's nicer in the shade.
That setting, I remember my only trip to the last fair of the year, Fairfield County, Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
The trees have already turned, and there's people sitting under. That's a beautiful view.
It is.
I was there. I'm sure you may have been there too. I was there the year that historic grandstand had burned down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really a shame because that was quite the grandstand.
Yes. And it was actually on the turn or on the backside, wasn't it? It wasn't the regular grandstand.
Right.
Please bring 2 Danny's Dream over to post parade.
I don't think that they weren't allowing people in it in the past, I don't know how many years, because it just wasn't that safe to put people in. But it was still a beautiful building to have there.
Right.
So many of these fairs have some cool buildings. I mean, they bring buildings to the fairgrounds from someplace else instead of just destroying them, and just some good history at these fairs. This is the 175th. I mean, that's a long time to be a fair.
I went down underneath the grandstand here, and I have I have like a third of an acre in this suburban home, but for some reason I was motivated to buy a tractor I don't need for $64,000. By the way, if you get frisky today, you can go downstairs underneath the grandstand here. There's a mechanical bull you can ride.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Probably gonna skip that.
Well, you go down there with your cookies and get on that bull. I think it's $10. Then there's some kind of prize money.
Wow!
If you hang in there. The rodeo under the grandstand, Stark County.
You can find just about anything at a fair, can't you?
It's funny you say that because at that fair when I went to Lancaster, there was a guy. I swear to God, I put it in the store. He was selling stones for your cemetery plot.
Oh gosh!
Yeah, and he had a display. He had all the stones out there. I go, wow.
Be kind of one of the last things you'd be thinking out.
I mean, there's bedding there. You can get buried bedding, and then you can go over there and pick out the suitable stone.
Wow.
I never forgot that guy.
That's strange.
This is a great fair because it's a fall. There's the fall's in the air. It just picks up your head. It was good. The gate is moving for race 4.
Shane asked, what band is there? So tonight is Night Ranger, and then tomorrow night is Scotty McCreery. So those are the 2 singing groups that are going to be at this fair.
Well, they got to be a big deal judging by the size of that setup out there. Sister, very good, Steve.
Steve knows.
Steve's spinning the hits behind us.
Yeah, he is.
The wax platters.
Let's turn this over to Kenny for the call of the 4th.
They're off, they're trotting. There goes Go, Amy Go, out looking for the lead. Southern Sadie putting in steps, trying to keep it together. Miss Snickers on the outside, driving up into the second spot as they head around the opening turn. Then Long Shout, who gets away racing fourth. Danny's Dream came out fifth, and Bobby T is off stride at the tail. So up the backstretch they go, behind Go, Amy Go. Miss Snickers up to second, back to third and Southern Sadie. They're followed by Long Shout in fourth. That's a gap of 6 or so back to Danny's Dream, and the trailer is Bobby T. 31-1 opening quarter station for Go, Amy Go. Go, Amy Go, strutting her stuff out front. She leads here by about 2 on Miss Snickers. Up to third goes Long Shout, back to fourth and Southern Sadie, who's having a little trouble there. They're followed by Danny's Dream and Bobby T, the trailer off stride again. Strung out across a ton of ground behind Go, Amy Go. Go, Amy Go completes the first lap, 4 in front of Miss Snickers after a 101 flat half mile. Then Long Shout a long way back to Southern Sadie and Danny's Dream and Bobby T, the trailer. To the backstretch they go. It's been all Go, Amy Go, and with each stride she bumps the lead. It's now 7 lengths across the backstretch. Long Shout up to second, then Miss Snickers, and a long way back to the others. So they drive to 3/4. Go, Amy Go, in complete command. Long Shout's the one making up a little bit of ground. The others back behind them. 1:32-1. There's less than a quarter of a mile to go, and Go, Amy Go's built up the big margin. Long Shout is second, then Miss Snickers, Southern Sadie, and Danny's Dream. They're all battling for third, and Bobby T, the trailer, as they come to the top of the stretch. Go, Amy Go, in front by 7. Long Shout clearly in second, but as Go, Amy Go comes down to the finish, it's a Justin Irvine driving double. Go, Amy Go well in front. She wins easy. Long Shout's home second. Danny's Dream will get up for third in 2:06 flat.
So that mile in 2:06 off a half in 1:01. It looked like some of these fillies got a little bit tired coming down this stretch.
I tell you what, that one opened, Go Amy Go, opened up so quickly.
Yes.
When they said go, I mean, it was over at go. I'll tell you one thing, Don McCurgan got that 2-horse to finish third here.
Yes.
That was from way back.
Yeah, and that horse had been making some breaks, so it kept her nice and flat and finished very strongly, Danny's Dream did.
They'd have to be encouraged by that.
Mm-hmm.
But Justin Irvin, like Kenny says, that's a sulky double.
Mm-hmm. And that horse had last won a race on July 9th at Cortland, so had been making some breaks in between here, but then last week at Wellington, raced really well, second, back by just 2 1/4 lengths. Trotted in 2:9 and 4 there, so trotted in 2:6. So this is a new lifetime mark for Go Amy Go.
And for Justin, if my records are correct, his 2 wins today puts him in double figures for the season. He now has 11 victories on the year.
I think you're going to have to get yourself a bigger binder.
I know.
You're running out of room.
I know, because I have I do all the charts of every, I print the charts out every night. But yeah, I'm straining it, aren't I? Yeah.
You are.
Right.
So let's go to the winner's circle.
The winner's circle is number 1, Go Amy Go. The trophy by Bill Smith, the Stark County Commissioner. Go Amy Go is owned by Lynn Landfair, trained by John G. Wenger. Justin Irvine picks up his second driving victory on the program. She's a 2-year-old bay filly by And Away We Go out of the SJ's Caviar mare, Raving Renna. Remember the Dark Horse Farm of Ohio, second career win, and it's going to be a lifetime best for Go Amy Go. Top down, Go Amy Go first. Danny's Dream was third. Southern Sadie fourth. Miss Snickers fifth. Long Shout second. And Bobby T sixth. 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, and 6 in 31-1. 101 flat. 132-1. 206 flat. Go Amy Go. Up next, race 5. It's for $2,400. It's the Stark County Pacing Derby Signature Series for 4-year-olds and up, and it's a field of 8. Let's bring them out for race 5.
This is going to be a great race coming up on race 5. There's some wonderful horses in here. I think they're going to go fast. The Stark County Pacing Derby. We'll be back to talk about all 8 horses right after this.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th. For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
Welcome back to the Stark County Fair. We're coming up on the 5th race, which is the Stark County Pacing Derby, part of the Signature Series that is raced for 4-year-olds and up all across the state of Ohio. And I think we'll just start in on these horses since we do have 8 of them. So we'll start looking at them before the post parade. The 1, Dirty Dreams. Mario Zito is the owner, trainer, and driver. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Mr. Apples. This horse has had 46 lifetime starts, 9 wins, 3 seconds, 1/3, has earned $46,000 lifetime, has a 4-year-old mark. So last year it took his lifetime mark of 53-1 at the Meadows in Pennsylvania. This year has won the fastest at Northfield Park in 1:55. This horse has been in the Signature Series a couple of times. So he has raced in the Signature Series at Wilmington, at Bucyrus, and then in the free-for-all at Mount Vernon. Was also used in the Holton Youth Driving Series at Northfield Park.
The 2 is Social Theories, owned by Joey Manns of Lexington, South Carolina. Kevin Walters trains. Keith Cash has picked up the drive. This 7-year-old gelding is 2 for 24 this year. Has not been spending much time on the county fair circuit. It's been at Northfield Park for the most part. It won at Northfield on August 14th. Has a mark this year of 55-3.
Executive-N and Eric Miller from the 3. Elizabeth Tolley is the trainer. Summer Zubkoff from Toledo, Ohio, the owner. This is a 10-year-old gelding by Well Said out of an in-the-pocket mare. 24 starts this year, 43 starts last year, 202 lifetime, 43 wins, 34 seconds, 25/3, has earned just shy of $300,000 and took his mark as a 7-year-old in 1:51 at Northfield Park. Last year as a 9-year-old, took a record of 1:53-4 at Northfield, and this year 1:52-4 at Miami Valley. So age certainly hasn't slowed Executive-N.
The 4 is Sergeant Highway, owned by Theodore and Patricia Schusch of Elyria, Ohio. Jeff Mallets trains. Mark St. Louis, the leading driver on the circuit this year, has the drive. He's driven this horse twice and scored twice with it. Once at Bucyrus and then at Painesville. And for the year, 5 for 24 for Sergeant Highway. He's banked $17,700. And his fastest mile was this year is a 1:56-2 at Northfield Park.
Talk Dreamy to Me and Darren Harvey from the 5. Ron Wagner is the trainer and the owner. This is just a 4-year-old racing against these older horses. These are by Racing Hill out of a Cambest mare. 32 lifetime starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds, 3 thirds, has earned $22,000 lifetime, and this year has a mark of 157-4 at Northfield Park.
Number 6 is Secret Captain, owned and trained by Betty Clegg. Her husband Nick will be in the bike. This one they bought for $27,000, and they're trying to get their money back. It's winless this year, was winless last year, hasn't won since it was a 2-year-old, but it did get its money back because 12 lifetime starts, banked $36,000, and the mark is 153 in the slop at Pocono.
You talk about getting your money back. Southwind Amazon was purchased as a yearling for $35,000. Has since earned $1,485,000. This is a 14-year-old gelding by Cam Luck out of an Arts Place mare. Amir Najer from West Bloomfield, Michigan is the owner. Paul Holzman, the trainer. The driver will be Justin Irvine. 384 lifetime starts with 134 wins. And I think you said that he just needs 3 more wins.
3 would get him the tie for the all-time winningest horse in North American harness, modern, I guess. I mean, I don't know about what happened back before the Civil War. But, yeah, 134 wins. There's a horse that raced from 77 through 89 named Niffet, and he won 137 races. He raced in, like, the Maritime provinces where sometimes the pots were, like, $200 because while Southwind Amazon has made $1.4 million, this Canadian horse with 137 wins is banked. You ready? $30,000.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, right.
What a difference! But Southwind Amazon, as a 10-year-old, took a mark of 148-3 at Scioto. Last year, as a 13-year-old, 151-1 at Northfield, and this year, 154-3 at Northfield.
Now we have to admit that the clock is ticking on this horse. He's 14, and I've been told he might be able to come back next year if he races with amateur drivers only. So I guess there's a chance he could come back trying to break the record, but I'm sure they want to get it done this year. And rounding out the field's the 8, Kamen Ban, trainer and owner Josh Koblenz, Chris Hirschberger drives. This one is on a long losing streak. 0 for 2 this year, 0 for 15 last year. Lifetime, 61 starts, 3 wins. Took a mark of 155-4 as a 3-year-old, and she's now 5.
134 career wins, nearly $1.5 million, and he's just 3 away from tying Niffet for harness racing's most wins ever. So take a good look and appreciate Southwind Amazon in his 14-year-old swan song season.
Now, if you're a betting woman, his form has been a little bit off, and if you look at the odds board here, even though he has the 7-hole, he's down to, people are betting, I'm getting souvenirs. He's down to 1-9 in the betting. That's where we should send Steve over to get 2 to 1 on everybody else.
But what a great thing to bring him to the fairs, to let everybody. I mean, how often do you see a horse that's almost $1.5 million earned?
It's
at the
amazing.
fairs?
I agree with you 100%. And well, Justin Irvin has been in the bike for his last 4 starts. He did get a win with him at Northfield. That was the fair. That was the Summit County Fair in late July.
Horses have made their way to the track for the 5th race. It's the Signature Series Stark County Pacing Derby, the one Dirty Dreams, owned, trained, driven by Mario Zito. 2 Social Theories, Joey Manns owns, Kevin Walters trains, Keith Cash Jr. pilots. The 3 Executive Dash, owned by Summer Zubkov, trained by Elizabeth Tolley, Eric Miller in the sulky. 4 Sergeant Highway, Mark St. Louis Jr. drives for trainer Jeff Mallitz and owners Theodore and Patricia Schiss. The 5 Talk Dreamy to Me, Darren Harvey will drive for owner-trainer Ron Wagner. 6 Secret Captain Nick Clegg drives, owner-trainer Betty Clegg. Amir Najer owns the 7 Southwind Amazon. Justin Irvine drives for trainer Paul Holtzman. And the 8 Come On Band, owned and trained by Josh Koblenz, Chris Hirschberger drives. Field of 8 for the Signature Series Stark County Pacing Derby. The trophy will be presented by the Stark County Agriculture Society, $2,400, and it's up next.
the 8, Canton Ban, is the only mare in the race. The rest are all geldings. And these horses all together have made $2.263 million. And they've had 1,087 starts. Of course, the bulk of the money and the bulk of the starts all comes from Southwind Amazon.
Now, you probably know the rules of racing. If he comes back next year, Southwind Amazon, as a 15-year-old, could we get a 15-year-old amateur driver to, or is that, how low do you have to be to drive in a race? Yeah. No, we were talking about this. We found out that if he comes back in the amateur races, he could race.
Yeah.
So we get a 15-year-old on a 15-year-old.
Wouldn't that be great? That would be pretty exciting. I'm not sure how old you
have to be.
I'm going to look it up.
Please bring the 3 in front of the grandstand, and then we'll head them to the gate.
That would be a good story for somebody. 15-year-old on a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know about that, Steve, but someone says if you come back in the amateur races, you can come back as a 15-year-old. Let's hope he doesn't have to.
Yes, let's hope that he. Of course, a horse like this, you know, he likes to race.
You can say that, right.
Yeah.
63 seconds and 54 thirds to go along with that 134 wins. It's looking at that list, it's amazing. That Canadian horse had 422 starts, Niffet. There is a horse on that list called Tatler's Jet, who started 462 times.
I had the privilege of taking care of Tatler's Jet.
No.
One summer, yes.
Oh my God! Where did he race at?
Well, he raced a lot in Wisconsin, Minnesota.
Oh
but we had him when he was 17. His owner brought him up to Running Aces, and we used him once a week, and did jog cart rides with him. So we would take him out, a driver would get in, but I took care of him all week long and jogged him on the track. The first time I jogged him on the track, I said, holy man, I'm sitting behind a 49 horse.
Yeah.
That was really...
49-2 is his record.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. And he raced from 2000 to 2012.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there's a horse on this list called Stacy's Echo, who raced from 87 through 98, 603 starts.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
All right, horsemen, let's head up to the gate for the 5th Signature Series Stark County Pacing Derby, $2,400. They're headed to the gate.
Well, good luck, Southwind Amazon.
Yeah. And there's a lot of great horses in here, and I think this is going to be a dash.
Well, he doesn't have much gate speed, does he? Or has he just been drawn bad?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, he had the rail at Northfield, got away second.
Yeah.
Finished second. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of nice, and a full field of 8. This is going to be. Right.
They did try him at Bucyrus, and that was a disaster that day. He was distanced. Yeah. He was 6th all the way around there. Well, he started a little bit better, but he faded. Well, I guess, some days we get up and things are aches and pains. How about him?
Okay, let's turn it up to Kenny for the call of the 5th.
Here they come. They're off, they're pacing. There goes Executive Dash out looking for the lead. Dirty Dreams toward the inside, and Social Theories will get away in the 3rd position. Sergeant Highway came out 4th. Southwind Amazon is next. He's mid-pack in the 5th spot. Talk Dreamy to Me is 6th. Come On Band 2nd last. Secret Captain the trailer. Executive Dash out front where he is often. He leads over Dirty Dreams, who will pocket up behind him. It's gap of a length and a half to Social Theories in 3rd, with Sergeant Highway in 4th. Southwind Amazon 5th and 6th behind, as Social Theories is moving from 3rd. 30 flat, rock solid opening quarter for Executive Dash, who leads. Social Theories on the outside will try and pressure. Sergeant Highway will follow him. Southwind Amazon has a decision to make. He looks like he wants to vacate the rail. Dirty Dreams is down at the cones. Then comes Talk Dreamy to Me. A gap of 3 to Come On Band, is losing touch with the field, and Secret Captain to his outside. So they're paired up as they come to the halfway point, and Executive Dash leads the charge Garage leads it by a length. Social Theory's trying to pressure. Halfway home in 59-3. Solid fractions from Executive Dash trying to go gate to wire. Social Theory's on the outside, still applying heat. He's towing Sergeant Highway. Southwind Amazon ready to fan 3 wide, 4 wide. Secret Captain as they work up the backstretch, and Executive Dash has the lead. 3 wide, Sergeant Highway off cover. 4 wide, Southwind Amazon. Social Theory's trying to fight on. Then Dirty Dreams, they race to 3/4, and Southwind Amazon takes over the lead. Southwind Amazon in front by a length and a half. 3/4, 131, and he's opened up 2.5 lengths. Up to second, Sergeant Highway. Executive Dash, he's back to third. Then comes Social Theories. They hit the top of the stretch, and it's the 14-year-old Southwind Amazon, and he's pouring it on. He's closing in on Niffit. Now he's just 2 behind all time. Southwind Amazon, one of the best. Let him hear you. Southwind Amazon wins. Tight for second, either Sergeant Highway or Talk Dreamy to Me. 2 minutes flat.
Well, I'll tell you what, Susan. If I owned him and trained him, I'd put him back in the entry box for tomorrow.
Oh, man. I mean, when he pulled him, he was 4 wide and just flew by everybody. That was an amazing
There's
race.
one of the races of the fair year, huh?
Yes.
Wowee.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we were here for it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm glad we're here to film it for everybody so that everybody can see this. What a great racehorse he is.
And on the board, he went up to 3-2. So now he's a betting bargain. You come back $5 for your deuce. That was impressive as heck. Now Paul Holtzman has to make some decisions, the trainer.
Yes.
What's next? Yeah, he wishes he could race him tomorrow here, because that didn't take much out of him.
No, that was.
So he was in the second tier. So he got away, what, 4th or 5th?
Yes. Yep.
Perfect. And Justin Irvin did a very nice job driving this horse
He
today.
absolutely did.
3 winners for him, too. Good for him.
Who is it? Who is that guy? Who is that guy that tapped you?
I don't know.
And here comes the amazing Southwind Amazon back to the winner's circle. Lots of people in the golf cart coming out to greet him.
Yeah, they're racing to him. Look at that.
Southwind Amazon, owned by Amir Najer, trained by Paul Holtzman. Justin Irvine's 3rd driving victory. Southwind Amazon's a 14-year-old bay gelding by Cam Luck out of the Arts Place mare Artunist. But with the Southwind Farm of New Jersey, lifetime win 135, his 5th this season. He takes the Signature Series Stark County Pacing Derby for the 2nd year in a row. Southwind Amazon, the trophy was presentation was made by Stark County Agriculture Society. He is now just 2 behind Niffit, who had 137 career wins. Southwind Amazon now at 135, still with a few months left in his final season.
He is a horse for this course. He matched the track record last year.
Yes, yes. Lots of hugs in the winner's circle. That was great to see.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to cheer for a horse like this who has. He is a definition of a war horse.
Boy, he is.
That just never quits, just goes on and on. Amazing and so great that they bring him to the fairs to be able to do this.
That's right.
Great.
And the purse was only $2,400, but they don't care. It's
right.
the W they
it's
want.
The W, yes, absolutely. Such a.
Here's the official order. Finished Dirty Dreams was 6th.
Social Theories 5th, Executive Dash 4th, Sergeant Highway 2nd, Talk Dreamy to Me 3rd, Secret Captain 8th, Southwind Amazon the winner, Come On Band was 7th. 6:54.23.817, 30 seconds flat, 59-3, 131 flat, 2 minutes flat, Southwind Amazon. 6th race trotters next, 3-year-old trotting fillies, Hometown and Colt Stakes, field of 6. Let's bring them out for race number 6.
Well, that's it, Susan. That's a mic drop. I'm leaving you. You can do the last 4 because you can't top that.
You can't top that one today. That was just such a great race.
Man, when I saw his name in the entrance, I go, oh man, He got the 7-hole, but no, he didn't get the 7-hole. He had second tier.
Yeah, second tier, 7 holes, a good spot on this track.
Right.
That's for sure. So that's just so exciting.
Kenny said he was 4 wide. I couldn't tell. 4 wide. You don't see too many 4 wide horses, do you?
No. And to make a move like that and to just blow by everybody.
Yes, he did.
4 wide.
That was quite the surge, the brush.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we got 5 in the books. We're going to be back with race number 6, which is a 1 division of the 3-year-old filly trot. They're going to go for $11,560. So we'll be right back to take them.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 jug winner Southwind Ozzy, a son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
Okay, welcome back to the OHHA broadcast today from the Stark County Fair here in Canton, Ohio, known the NFL Hall of Fame.
Right down, one exit up the road.
One exit.
Pro Football Hall of Fame.
But now they're going to be known for Southwind Amazon.
Put a bust of Southwind Amazon in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, please. Right. And I love these people because I came to one year the Browns played in the Hall of Fame game, and there was no place to park, and we just parked on the side of the freeway on the exit ramp. I go,
oh my gosh.
Are we going to get a ticket when we get back to the car?
Yeah.
I love the Canton police. No tickets for anybody.
Oh, wow.
Right. Right. So that was good.
So the 6th race coming up is just one division of the 3-year-old filly trotters. They're going to go for $11,560, and we've got 6 in it.
Yeah, this is a big buck race, 11-5. You want to win this one.
We got some comments about how impressive Southwind Amazon was. Jenna Otten, who is the handicapping specialist at Scioto Downs, she says, one step closer to history. Go Amazon, right. Go.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised now if the trainer's phone starts ringing. Everybody's going to want him to be at their track for the big one. But I think he's very partial to Northfield because he's won over 80 or 90 of those wins have come at Northfield. So they're going to want him there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Everybody's going to want him to be
let's not have him race in the 14th at a quarter to 12 at night when everybody's in their pajamas watching it. We want to fill the grandstand that night.
That would be great.
Right.
I mean, those are the kind of the exciting moments that come on that you remember when you were there.
That's
you
right.
know, you remember when you were.
Better believe it.
Yeah.
I'll remember it.
We still got a few horses warming up, but we only have 9 races today. We've got 8 tomorrow. So a nice card. Of course, it's a beautiful day here. There's a nice breeze in the grandstand.
Oh, we just picked up a beautiful breeze. You're right.
It is keeping us cool.
That's right.
Some people sitting down in the sun. I'm kind of surprised at that, but
they must really like it. Yeah.
It is a hike up here.
It's one of the biggest grandstands I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Delaware, for God's sakes.
Yeah, it is. It is a big one. Best thing is it's got seats or backs on the seats.
Yeah, I don't know what else they use it for here because there's no football field or baseball diamonds or anything, but it's very nice. It's very nice.
Well, I think they must have, like you said, tonight and tomorrow night they're going to draw pretty big. Well, and for the tractor pulls and demo derbies, they always draw these county fairs. That's a huge draw.
And Canton is this is very easy to get to. It's right off at 77. It's not no more than a mile and a half or two from getting off the freeway.
Yeah, very nice fairgrounds. I know that they have done some improvements. They've put some gates around the track. There was some spots where you could, there wasn't a fence around the track, and they have fixed all that. There's fenced in the whole, I believe the whole entire fairgrounds is fenced in now. So if a horse would get out in the middle of the night or something, that they'd be confined to the fairgrounds.
Yeah,
so
never
that's
thought
nice.
of that.
Yeah.
Right.
So the horses are gathering up for the post parade.
Someone said in the old days at county fairs and other race parimutuel tracks, they would keep dogs in the infield. And there's an expression in thoroughbred racing where the workouts, it'll use the word D and it'll say dogs up. And that means they're trying to protect the inside part of the track, so they would work out from the middle to the outside rail. In the old days, the horses would do that on their own because the dogs would be barking at the horses. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right. I guess at one time there was thoroughbreds and harness horses stabled at Lancaster.
Oh.
Yeah, way back when. Yeah.
They're on the track for the 6th race, 3-year-old trotting fillies, $11,560. Home Talent Colt Stakes, the one Eli's Dream Girl. Amon Hirschberger drives for owner-trainer Levi Hirschberger. Nick Clegg aboard the 2 Sister Wives, owner-trainer Betty Clegg. 3 Quick and Easy, Jason Thompson pilots for owner-trainer Scott Cox. 4 Punctual Pam, Charlie Myrick drives and trains for the Second Chance stable. 5 Home Run Queen, Darren Harvey drives for Wes Hirschberger and owners Wayne Mass Jr. and Stephen Miller. And number 6 is Fool Me Moxie, Mark St. Louis Jr. on the bike for Isaiah Shrake. He co-owns with Terry Shrake. Field of 6, coming up next, Home Talent Colt Stakes, 3-year-old trotting fillies.
Okay, we'll take a closer look at this field. The 1, Ella's Dream Girl, Ammon Hirschberger drives. Levi Hirschberger is the trainer and the owner. Levi's from North Lawrence, Ohio. This is a Global Republic S out of a jailhouse Jesse mare. I like Jesse. This horse has had 12 starts this year, 5 wins, 5 in a row, starting at Mount Vernon, ending up at Wilmington. I mean, just a great streak there. The fastest in that streak was a mile at Northfield Park in 57-4. And last week in the Buckeye Stallion Series at Northfield Park, she finished 5th and trotted in 58 flat that night.
The 2 is Sister Wives, owned and trained by Betty Clegg to be driven by her husband, Nick. This one raced 2 days ago at Mount Gilead and didn't have a good day. Finished 4th and last, beaten 18 lengths. On the year, it's 1 for 19 with a trio of seconds and a trio of thirds. Has banked almost $22,000, and they bought the horse at the sales for $20,000. Sister Wives.
Quick and Easy, Jason Thompson up for trainer Scott Cox. Scott Cox from Streetsboro, Ohio is the leasee. This is a Volstead filly out of a Royal Strength mare, Easy Strength. 16 starts on the year, 4 wins, 1 a race, 2 starts back at Jefferson in 2-5-2, and 1 4 starts back at Lisbon in 2-7-1. Also won a qualifier this year at Northfield Park, 2-1-1, has banked $26,000 this year.
The 4 Punctual Pam, owned by Second Chance Stable of Ravenna, trained and driven by Charlie Myrick, looking to snap a long losing streak. 0 for 19 this year, 2 for 12 last year. Over the year and a half of racing, has banked $21,000 with a mark of 2-10-4 at Mansfield.
Home Run Queen and Darren Harvey from the 5. Wes Hirschberger's the trainer, owned by Wayne Mass. Stephen Miller, 3 in a row between Northfield, Mansfield, and Croton. Has won 6 already this year. And the 6, Fool Me Moxie, Mark St. Louis up for Isaiah Schrake. Isaiah and Terry Schrake own this longtime filly. She's 0 for 9, but has 2 seconds. So they are coming into the stretch. We're going to turn it over to Kenny Livegood for the call.
Here they come. They're off there trotting quick and easy. Out toward the front there goes Home Run Queen, who takes a swing off the car, and Eli's Dream Girl toward the inside. 3 across the course on the opening turn. Home Run Queen trying to range up and grab the lead. Eli's Dream Girl gonna challenge that one early. Eli's Dream Girl accelerates through, so these two will duel across the backstretch as Quick and Easy is third. Then Punctual Pam with Fool Me, Moxie, and Sister Wives. Eli's Dream Girl very reluctant to give up the lead, but Home Run Queen has it now as they race past the opening quarter in 28 and 4. So the Trotters just went faster than the Signature Series Pacers as Home Run Queen has the lead. Eli's Dream Girl is second, up to third, Quick and Easy. They're followed by Punctual Pam and a pair of breakers at the tail, Fool Me, Moxie, and Sister Wives. So they come down in front of the stands, and the leader is Home Run Queen, trying for a mid-race breather. Eli's Dream Girl races from the pocket. On the go is Punctual Pam outside of Quick and Easy, and a long way back to Sister Wives and Fool Me, Moxie. So they head toward the backstretch after the half in a minute and 1/5. Up top, the leader still Home Run Queen. Eli's Dream Girl on the outside. They're followed by Quick and Easy and Punctual Pam. Throw a blanket over the top 4 as they sprint up the backstretch for the final time. Home Run Queen leads. Eli's Dream Girl trying to pressure on the outside. These two have gone at it almost every step of the way. Then Quick and Easy inside of Punctual Pam. 3/4, 1:32 and 2, and they move into the final turn, and the leader is still Home Run Queen. Home Run Queen continues to call the shots. Eli's Dream Girl and Quick and Easy. Punctual Pam has dropped out of this battle and is racing in 4th. So they make their way to the top of the stretch. Home Run Queen has to hold off Eli's Dream Girl, who's challenged her every step of the way. Eli's Dream Girl, Home Run Queen. Eli's Dream Girl wins. Home Run Queen second best, Quick and Easy third, Punctual Pam 4th in 2:03 and 1.
Okay, we are back. Ella's Dream up for the win. That was sat back a ways and just came up and closed over Home Run Queen, who had cut the mile. That was exciting race with the 4 of them up there, really tight. The other 2 were kind of out of it, but it was a good race.
Well, when you put $11,560 on the table, they're going to go at it.
Yeah.
And they did go at it. The 2 horses who duel all the way around there. The one backed off and then came on again.
Mm-hmm.
In the 5, Home Run Queen, she had the more experience, 6 wins, 16 starts. This guy was 5 for 12, so it was the best 2 horses going at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here comes the water truck.
Yeah. There are all these people going out to the winner's circle. And this trophy is presented in memory of Marvin Booker. So I don't know if this is Marvin's family here.
I don't know.
Always nice in these memorial races when the family can come out and kind of get together.
Right.
For this special occasion.
Do you know the relationship between Levi and Amon Hirschberger?
No, I do not.
She's a 3-year-old bay filly by Global Republic out of Jailhouse Jessie mare I Like Jessie. Bred by Marion Beachy of Ohio, 8th lifetime win, 6th this season. Eli's Dream Girl back to the winner's circle.
28-4.
Trophy presentation by Marvin Butcher.
Chapin's family. He was a lucky man to have all the.
Yeah, look at that.
All those kids.
They showed up when they saw the purse.
Yes. So there goes Ella's Dream Girl. She was kind of lightly raced as a 2-year-old, just 9 starts, but had 2 wins, earned $30,000 at a mark of 57-4 as a 2-year-old. So kind of a nice 2-year-old also she was. Matched that mark this year, 57-4 at Northfield. Last year's was 57-4 at Scioto.
Oh, this is a nice filly, that's for sure. Game too. What was the running time?
I missed the half and the finish, so we're going to have to wait for Kenny to give us that.
He may have said 2:03 and 1, but I'm not positive.
We're
good racing.
Yeah.
Darn good racing.
There may be an inquiry. I see some drivers back by the starting gate talking to, and I see the judge up here talking. So maybe a inquiry.
Nick Clegg may be involved. He came by here, was a little vocal.
Yes.
He was talking to the judges from the bike.
He was, but they need to go to the starting gate and file their objections there.
Make it official there.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Yeah.
Yep. So we'll stick with them just for another minute and see if they'll get it. Otherwise, we'll. Maybe we'll take a commercial break and then we'll come back and we will give you the official rundown there of the 6th race.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
Okay, welcome back to the Stark County Fair. We're going to come up on the 7th race. This is the second of 2 divisions of the 2-year-old filly pace. The judges still have not made the 6th race official. I should say they did make the top 3 official. So it was the 1, Ella's Dream Girl, the winner, Home Run Queen 2nd, and Quick and Easy 3rd. So 1, 5, 3. But we're going to wait on the rest of them. But we'll let you know when we find out. But they have called out race number 7. 2-year-old filly pacers.
Yeah, 2 horses were off stride shortly after the start of that race, and they were driven by Nick Clegg and Mark St. Louis, and we believe that's who the judges were talking to at the car. Neither one of them finished in the top 3, so it doesn't affect betting.
Green Girl is the winner. Sister Wise was 6th, placed 5th. Quick and Easy 3rd. Punctual Pam 4th. Home Run Queen 2nd. And Fool Me Moxie 5th, placed 6th. After placings, the top down 1, 5, 3, 4, 2, and 6, 28 and 4, 101 and 1, 132 and 2, 203 and 1. 7th race next for 2-year-old pacing fillies. Home Talent Colt Stakes coming up. Let's bring
in the 6th race. 7th race. We've only got 1 out on the track. The rest will be coming out shortly.
So whatever Nick Clegg complained about, the judges agreed because they put his horse 5th and they put St. Louis's horse 6th and last. So that'll be a few dollars in purse money difference, right?
Yeah, purse money in that, yeah.
Do you ever hear of drivers getting fined or suspended for drives at the fairs, or is that doesn't happen too often?
Doesn't happen very often. I think but I think that it does. It has happened, does happen. Fines at the fairs. I think and I got to say, being a presiding judge, associate judge at the fair is really hard because you don't get a second chance to look at stuff.
Right.
You know,
it's got to be the toughest job.
Yeah, you have to. You can't blink for even a minute.
Last race of the day, number 4.
Cruiser canceled Luke Ebersol.
So we got a driver change in the 9th race. Cruiser canceled. The 4-horse will be driven by Luke Ebersol.
Any changes in the 7th coming up?
None that I know of, but in the 8th, Luke Ebersol will also be driving the 6th, Little Miss Joe. So Luke on the 6th in the 8th race.
Luke.
And Luke on the 4-horse in the 9th race.
Since Deaton came off, he's scheduled to drive this race. Maybe he's coming off of the 3. I don't know if he's here or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll find out.
We're talking about the officials, so we want to thank our officials again. The Superintendent of Speed, Earl Roan. Presiding judge is John Crichton. Our associate judges are Greg Sauter and Dennis Garner. And then, of course, in the starting gate is the starting judge, and he has complete control of them until the word go is giving. So that's another judge that we sometimes don't talk about, but in that gate, that is the starting judge.
Yeah, he probably had a pretty good look at as they left the gate. He probably voiced his opinion.
And that's what nice. The judges are able to all talk to each other and see what. Get everybody's opinion on what's going on. Somebody said the other day that this is the only sport that they know where the judges or the officials actually talk to the participants. Usually that doesn't happen.
It comes up all the time at race checks. Why are they talking? I mean, Major League umpires don't talk to players, or they call somebody out or a strike. In football, they don't say you either held or you didn't hold. They're not asking your opinion. I don't know if I don't know what's to be gained by that, because especially if it's in thoroughbred racing, you could have an American kid, and you might have some 18-year-old kid from the Dominican Republic who doesn't speak English. He's really at a disadvantage if we're going to try to talk our way out of fines and suspension. So,
do the judges talk to jockeys?
All the time.
They do. Okay.
All the time.
The horses have made their way to the track for the 7th race. This race for $6,020. 2-year-old Pacing fillies. The trophy will be presented by the Harvey Racing Stable and Mast Tractor. 1 7 Sisters, Logan Ebersol drives for trainer Darren Harvey and owners Wayne Mass Jr. and the Eden Acres Farmstead. 2 Truly Old Times, owned by Christina Johnson and Ronald King. Christina Johnson trains and drives. Number 3, Song Somewhere, Mark St. Louis Jr. drives for trainer Isaiah Shrake and owner Phil Baldoff. 4 Sparkling Sea, owned and trained by Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg aboard. 5 I Don't Know Who, owned by the CNC Stables, trained and driven by Chris Hirschberger. And the 6 Make Mine a Legend, Luke Ebersol drives for Jeff Ebersol and owner Linda Ebersol. One place show exact, the trifecta, field of 6 pacers.
Who was on the 3?
That would be Mark St. Louis.
Mark St. Louis.
And right to his outside will be Nick Clegg, so they can they can settle their differences again.
Still talking about it, probably. Okay, let's take a closer look at the horses in this race. 7 Sisters, Logan Ebersol will drive for Darren Harvey. Wayne Mass and Eden Acres Farmstead are the owners. This is a Down by the Seaside that cost $17,000 as the Lexington selected sale. 5 starts on the year, has had 1 second, but did pace some good miles up at Northfield. It was in the Buckeye Stallion Series and finished back a ways, but did pace in 58 and 3. And at Scioto in a qualifier, pacing 59 and 2, so has some speed.
The 2 is Truly Old Times, bred by Christine Lynn Johnson, trained by Christina Johnson, and driven by Christina Johnson. She does have a partner in the ownership with Ronald King of Windham, Ohio. This 2-year-old filly, 2 starts, Attica and Napoleon, a pair of 5th place finishes, so she's still looking for some better efforts.
Song Somewhere and Mark St. Louis come out of the 3-hole for trainer Isaiah Shrake and owner and breeder Philip Baldoff. This is a Bring on the Beach out of a Yankee Cruiser mare. 8 starts on the year, has 1/2 of them finished second 3 times and 1/3. So all 8 starts, first, second, or third. Second last start at Northfield in the Buckeye Stallion Series, paced in 157 flat. 1 at Jefferson in 2.5. Will finish second up at Northfield in 58 flat. So been racing really, really well.
The Cleggs have the 4, Sparkling Sea, owner, trainer Betty Clegg, driver Nick Clegg. This one has had some problems lately. It's broken in 4 of its last 5 starts. It did win at Circleville, first fair of the year, but since then it's been a dry spell. 1 for 7 with earnings of $2,347.
I Don't Know Who, with Chris Hirschberger up. Chris is also the trainer. CNC Stables from right here at Canton own this Western Terror. 5 starts on the year, 2 seconds. Fastest beaten time in the last 6 starts, 2.4.
And rounding out the field is the 6, Make Mine a Legend. Winless in 10 starts this year for Linda Ebersol, owner. Jeff Ebersol, trainer. Luke Ebersol in the bike. And we'll see from the 6-hole today.
They come. They're off there, pacing out to the front goes Song Somewhere, hustled out of there. 7 Sisters toward the inside, then Truly Old Times, who gets away racing in 3rd. Sparkling Sea is 4th, and off stride there is Truly Old Times. Up to the 4th spot is I Don't Know Who, then Make Mine a Legend, and Truly Old Times is back pacing, but last of them all. Up the backstretch first time behind Song Somewhere, and Mark St. Louis Jr. driving to the opening quarter in front of 7 Sisters, with Clegg and Sparkling Sea in behind in 3rd. Then comes I Don't Know Who and Make Mine a Legend and Truly Old Times. 31 and 2 opening quarter station. Tightly packed, their nose to helmet as they round the far turn. Song Somewhere out front where she usually is. Daughter of Bring on the Beach continues to lead the way. 7 Sisters enjoying a 2-hole ride. Then comes Sparkling Sea, who angles off the rail to take a shot from 3rd. Now stays in. Back to 4th race by us, and now Clegg's on the go with Sparkling Sea, trying to go challenge Song Somewhere for the lead. 103 and 1. Song Somewhere into the turn in front. 7 Sisters on the inside of Sparkling Sea. They're second and third. A Song Somewhere tries to step on the gas. Sparkling Sea makes a break. So up to third goes I Don't Know Who, then Make Mine a Legend, Truly Old Times. Sparkling Sea is back pacing. Meanwhile, Song Somewhere's opened up 4.5 lengths on 7 Sisters, who's clearly in second. Then I Don't Know Who and Make Mine a Legend. They drive past 3/4 in 1:33 and 1. Less than a quarter mile to go on the way home. Song Somewhere with the lead. 7 Sisters is closing in. The lead's down to 2. And it's set back. Make Mine a Legend, who's trying to get into third. There's an 1/8 of a mile left to pace. Song Somewhere's been there every step. 7 Sisters right to the outside. It's between these two in deep stretch. Song Somewhere trying to kick away. 7 Sisters on the outside is all out and not gaining. Song Somewhere in front. 7 Sisters, then Make Mine a Legend in 2:05 flat.
I didn't hear the final time yet, did you? 2:04.
Unofficial.
So 3:16 unofficial. So Song Somewhere with her fifth win out of the year from 9 starts. So has not been worse than third yet this year. Be nice.
Well, this is this paycheck getter for sure.
Yeah.
And Mark St. Louis goes from place last in race 6 to the winner's circle in 7, and that would be his 87th win of the season. Pretty good year.
He absolutely wanted front.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And he got it.
I have to say, I was listening to a podcast, I don't know, a couple days ago or a week ago, and I kept hearing the announcement, and I don't know. And I know, and I don't know. I'm thinking, well, what's your program? Why don't you know this? Not realizing that the horse's name was I Don't Know Who.
I can tell you the worst named horse I ever saw. Someone says one guy give horse bad names so people I don't know that. But this race in Chicago, what's his name? One Car Funeral.
Oh no.
What could be more than that?
That's terrible.
One Car Funeral. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so Song Somewhere. Is any kicking there? Bring down the beach, surf some. People really work hard at naming horses.
Yes.
Joined with you by Martin Louis Jr. There's a presentation by the Racing Stable and Master. Philly bring on the beach out of the Yankee mare Song, bred in Ohio by her 5th lifetime win, Song Somewhere.
There's 2 sponsors for this race, Harvey Racing Stable and Mass Tractor. So they're going to trying to get a picture with both signs in there.
And Darren Harvey had the one horse in this race as trainer. Is that the same stable? Is he trying to win the race he sponsored?
Must be.
Well, he got second money.
Yeah.
But almost won it.
Almost won it.
Yeah. Put a bid in.
Top down 7 Sisters, second. Truly Old Times, 4th. Song Somewhere, the winner. Sparkling Sea, 5th. I Don't Know Who, 6th. Make Mine a Legend, 3rd.
2, 4, 1, 5, 6, and 3. 31 and 2, 103 and 1, 133 and 1, 205 flat. Song Somewhere takes the 7th. Flip to the 8th. 2 races left to go. There is a late double possibility here in the 8th. Luke Ebersol is on the 6th, Little Miss Joe, and Luke Ebersol is on the 4, Cruiser canceled in the 9th. Those are the remaining changes. 8th race trotters, $4,360. 3rd and final division for 2-year-old trotting fillies. Let's bring them out for the 8th.
Archie from Scotland said, "Boy, what a race from a 14-year-old," and that's we're still kind of in awe of that race for Amazon Southwind. That was just an incredible race.
Well, whatever. I don't know how many postseason banquets there are in Ohio at the end of the season, but they should play that race at every one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great race. So our eighth race is coming up. This is the third of 3 divisions of the 2-year-old filly trotters. Going to go for a purse of $4,360. We've got 6 in it, and we'll be back to talk about all 6 right after this.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
The Delaware County Fair, where history meets horsepower. Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime as the world-famous Little Brown Jug takes center stage. Witness the heart-pounding action, the thundering hooves, and the sheer determination of these incredible athletes compete for the coveted Little Brown Jug title. Don't miss your chance to be a part of history. For ticket and hospitality options, visit littlebrownjug.com. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are made and legends are born. Be there!
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
We're back here at the Stark County Fair with a special guest. The man in the spotlight today is trainer Paul Holzman, who conditioned Southwind Amazon, who got victory number 135 on his card, and he only needs 2 to tie and 3 to become the all-time winningest horse in North American harness history. Paul, what'd you think of your horse's performance today?
Every time I watch him race, he brings a tear to my eye. So, very good. He was very good here last year. He does like this track.
Yeah, you matched the track record last year.
Right, and of course now he's a year older and a little slower, but he seems to like it here, and he likes the style, and he likes where you ship to the barn. Very comfortable. The last you talked about when I went to the last fair at
what was it? Bucyrus?
Bucyrus, and he did not race good. He tied up. It was kind of a hectic day, and he gets wound up, kind of afraid of his own shadow, and he just wasn't right that day, and he's bounced back very good.
So if they reopen the box for tomorrow's races, would you put him in?
He's actually in to go,
not here.
Canfield.
Tomorrow?
For Monday.
Oh, for Monday. That'll be his next start.
They draw today. Hopefully he gets in. That's the next race. It would be for this coming up Monday.
Do you have a game? You have this mapped out how you'd like to go about breaking the record? Where and when?
I do.
Canfield Monday, Labor Day.
And hopefully that, you never know.
Right.
If he does win in a big IF,
okay,
that would bring us to needing 1 with plenty of time to go.
Right.
You know,
1 to tie. But you want to go
1 to tie.
You want to go by him.
2 to be the 1.
Right.
And he does actually get a little better. He never liked the summer heat months, so as fall comes, and he'll get a little bit sharper.
Okay.
And Plan B always has been for the last few months if I have to, and I don't want to turn to Plan B.
Right.
Is a 5,000 claimer the last month of racing, where he'll be okay.
Now, do you want to match the record or break the record at his home track, Northfield? Is that the plan?
I would imagine a lot of people would like that. Me,
yeah.
I will take it anywhere it comes, even if it's on the moon. I'm sure that Northfield Park, and of course he's won a great majority of his race at Northfield Park.
What about further fair racing this year?
Like I said, I did put him in for Canfield for Monday.
Right. Is that a definite? You're going to go, you think?
Well, I don't know if he's in because he's not Ohio sired or Ohio owned, that he does not get preference. And like here, it just depends on who enters.
Right.
So I don't know the draw yet. So I did enter him for Monday at Canfield. It's another kind of local fair for us. See what happens there. Right. And then last year I did race him at Montpelier
Right.
But I don't think I did not realize the same day as Montpelier, Upper Sandusky did race, and it was a 3-horse race.
Oh.
The track, he did win at Montpelier. It was a 3-horse race. One really was very slow, so it was a 2-horse race.
Right.
But the track was horrible. And boulders and deep, so I'm going to elude that.
Right.
Hopefully he can get in at Canfield, and then we'll probably look at Upper Sandusky. And if that gives him enough points, because I would really, last year he raced on the final.
Right.
Signatures on Jug Day.
I was going to say, is Delaware in his future?
That would be
Jug Day.
Like the movie ending coming to an end, as
Yeah.
if he might need the one
Right.
to be the one on Jug Day. That would be fascinating.
Now, what about these stories we've heard? Nothing confirmed, but if he would come back next year in amateur racing, is that true? Would he be eligible?
He's eligible because they do have amateur races out east, Meadowlands, this, that. I wouldn't do it to him.
Okay, so this is it. This is it.
I'm pretty sure the story's going to be written before the end of the year.
Okay, you got 4 months to go, and you need 3 to be the undisputed champion. So
correct. So, and I told you, Plan B is there. Hopefully, I never have to turn to Plan. Hopefully, he just does it.
Right.
Condition races, fair races, whatever. So be it. I would love the one to be the one on Jug Day. It would be fascinating.
Oh yeah. One more question: how did he come out of this race? You were back there with him.
He acts like nothing happened.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
He's a unique and unbelievable animal. For
Wow.
14 years old,
I'll say.
he's still afraid of everything at the fair.
Right.
It's like he's seen it for the first time. He's afraid of the stage, the people, the rides, the food, concession stands.
Oh, my God.
All the attention. He lights up like a Christmas tree. It used to benefit him. At an older age, that's why I think he tied up at the fair a few weeks ago.
Okay.
He was just too wound up from it. He gets charged.
Anxiety test.
He does have anxiety. He's a nervous, stressful horse.
Well, Susan says they got great fish sandwiches over here. We'll get him a fish sandwich when we get done.
Let me confirm. I just finished my fish sandwich. It was. I had the walleye. It was fantastic.
Paul, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Stay healthy and keep him healthy.
Thank you.
We'll be talking to you again soon.
Hopefully, I see you real soon.
You got it,
We'll
pal.
finish the story up.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay. All right, Susan's going to be back, and Paul is going to sit here and watch a race with us? Okay, pal. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Well, how about that, huh?
What a great story.
Yeah,
What
right. He's nervous like me and you before airtime.
It's funny, you think of a 14-year-old and still looking at the rides and stuff. That's
That's something. That's
gets
something.
keyed up, knows what he's here for, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. I love it.
Okay, so we'll take you saw the horses in the post parade. We're going to take a really quick look at these horses because they'll be headed to the gate pretty soon. So Super Alexandria, Darren Harvey up for Wes Hirschberger. John's Racing Stable and Wes Hirschberger are the owners. This horse has had 6 starts this year, 3 thirds. Did trot a mile at Northfield during Summit County Fair in 2.6 and at Croton in 2.8 and 3.
The 2 is Country Behave. This is the Cleggs. Betty Joe, owner-trainer. Nick in the sulky. This one is this 2-year-old filly raced at Mount Gilead 2 days ago. Had a bad day. 7th, beaten 31 lengths. For the year, 2 for 15 with earnings of almost 15,000. Went through the sales ring for 13. So she's taking care of them so far.
From Beyond with Lanny Merriman up. Lanny's also the trainer for Ira Steinberg. This horse is 5 starts on the year. I think Lanny's job today is just to keep this filly flat.
The 4, Promise at Dawn. Few better than Scott Cox, the trainer, when it comes to trotters. Jason Thompson will drive. This one is a model of consistency. 9 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds, 2 thirds, earnings of $15,700 off a 2nd place finish at Wilmington.
Show Me the Beach. This is her 2nd lifetime start. John Wengrid is the owner or driver and the trainer. And then the 6, Little Miss Joe, Luke Ebersol up for Alan Miller. This horse filly has had 5 starts this year. So they are coming to down the stretch.
Offstride before the start was the 3 From Beyond. The rest on their way. Promise at Dawn. Offstride goes the 6 Little Miss Joe here in front of us as Promise at Dawn crosses over and makes the lead. Super Alexandra gets away racing in 2nd, and now she's offstride. Then comes Country Behave, who now occupies the very loose pocket as they're all scattered out. Super Alexandra now back trotting, but Show Me the Beach will take the 3rd spot with Super Alexandra 4th. Offstride again goes the 6 Little Miss Joe. Joe and the trailer From Beyond. So they race to the opening quarter, and it's Promise at Dawn, who has a huge lead. 30-4 opening quarter. Promise at Dawn. She must be in front by a dozen lengths. Country Behave is second. Super Alexandra is third. Looks like Show Me the Beach is off stride. So nearly the whole field has lost it here. From Beyond is next. Then comes Little Miss Joe's off stride. So they make their way to the top of the stretch for the first time, and Promise at Dawn. She's minding her manners, and because of that, she's got a 10-length lead as they come to complete that first lap. Country Behave is second with Super Alexandra in third after a half in 1:02 and a fifth. From Beyond fourth, Show Me the Beach fifth, Little Miss Joe is sixth. They're the naughty actors. So to the backstretch they go. Promise at Dawn with the 10-length advantage. Country Behave second, Super Alexandra is third. It's another 15 or so back to From Beyond, then Show Me the Beach and Little Miss Joe. Nearly 30 lengths from nose to tail. They're all behind Promise at Dawn. Promise at Dawn leads the way as they race to the backstretch in front of Country Behave and Super Alexandra. 1:33-4. And they head into the final turn. Promise at Dawn leads the way and leads it by 5. Country Behave is tightened in ever so slightly, then Super Alexandra as they come to the top of the stretch. Promise at Dawn, a daughter of What the Hill, is pouring it on. Promise at Dawn gives trainer Scott Cox a double, Jason Thompson a driving double. She wins well within herself. Country Behave is second, Super Alexandra is third in 2:06.
Well, as Tom Pye would say, there was more breaks than a dropped egg carton of eggs.
By the way, did you forget to say penultimate race?
I did.
Oh my God! Boy, Amazon, Southwind Amazon's got you off your game here.
Well, absolutely did.
Oh my God!
When Mr. Holtzman tapped, I says I still got goosebumps, and he says he gets a tear in his eye every time this horse starts. So it's just what a great story.
So the 8th race was the
penultimate.
There you go. You got it. You got it in. You got it in.
So Promise at Dawn just defeated this field by a ton. I mean, everybody, most of them made breaks. Most of the rest of them made breaks, but Promise at Dawn just stayed right at. And he was under wraps coming across the wire. I don't know if you noticed, he was just had a hold on that filly From Beyond. So I'm sorry, Promise at Dawn. I'm sure she could have gone more, but didn't really need to.
Well, if I buy a trotter, I'm giving it to Scott Cox because he's got the magic when it comes to these square gators. He's something else with these horses.
Done very well.
Yeah, right.
Unofficially, I Promise at Dawn your winner. Country Behave second and Super Alexandria third, but they were spread out.
And Paul Holtzman just was on the phone. He checked his phone. They have not drawn yet for Monday at Canfield. So if fans want to follow this horse, we don't know yet.
Okay.
But you can always go to the U.S. Trotting website and check the entries later on and see what's going on at Canfield. It's supposed to be a heck of a fair. You ever been there? I've never been.
I have been. It's don't forget where you parked your car.
Oh, no.
Because you may not be able to find it again.
Oh, I can't go then. No.
Trainer, his second training victory, and it's the driving double for Jason Thompson, the trophy presentation by the Charlie Myrick Racing Stable. Goes to the 4, Promise at Dawn. 2-year-old bay filly by What the Hill out of the Train for the Future mare Rose Run Nelly, bred by Dana Idens and Charlie Idens of Ohio. 4th career score, Promise at Dawn. This will be a lifetime best for her. Top down Super Alexandra is 3rd, Country Behave is 2nd, From Beyond is 5th, Promise at Dawn the winner, Show Me the Beach 6th, and Little Miss Joe 4th. 3, 2, 5, 1, 6, and 4, 30 and 4, 102 and 1, 134 and 4, and 206 flat. Up next is the finale. Luke Eversole drives the 4, Cruiser canceled.
So the 9th race coming up is the second of 2 divisions of the 3-year-old filly Pacers. We've only got 5 in it, and we'll be right back to take a look at them.
Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigDWeb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
And welcome back to Canton. We're talking about, we race here tomorrow at noon, tonight at Findlay at 6 o'clock, so you can join in there, and then Thursday also at Findlay at 6 p.m., and then Burton for everything in one day at Burton on Friday. So lots of racing coming up. Be really a packed full weekend.
Yes.
Lots of racing over the Labor Day weekend.
Where are you headed after tomorrow?
I am going...
Getting a break?
Well, I'm either going to... I think I go to Wasion. I'm either going to Richwood or Marietta. I don't know for sure yet which one of those I'm going to. So
well,
I do on Friday night also, if anybody's in the area of Scioto Downs, we're giving away 5 TVs and football tickets to a team that cannot be mentioned out loud. But guess who?
The Columbus area?
In the Columbus area.
Yeah, I got it.
We can't say it out loud, I guess. So,
I think I figured it out.
But come to Scioto, you put your ticket in, and you'll also, if you're not the winner of the big, I mean, we have these TVs, they're so big, I'm not sure if they're going to fit in my car to get there, but they are huge TVs. So you win those and the tickets, and then you get betting vouchers if you're even picked for in the race. And it'll depend on where your horse finished. So we draw before the race, and then say you got the 3-horse wins, you get the TV and tickets.
I'm old enough to remember an annual promotion at Raceway Park in Toledo. I don't know if you remember this. It was the Buckeye Wolverine Challenge, and they would have drivers from Northfield. Yeah, and guys from Michigan against guys in Ohio, and in the stands they would raffle off tickets and jerseys and stuff for both schools. It was a great night of racing.
That's fun.
One of the Ohio tracks ought to pick that up.
Yeah, that would be cool.
What the heck?
That would be fun.
Closest would be Northfield.
Yeah.
To the Michigan border.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be a great one.
Well, I am going to go to a city Saturday, Sunday, and Monday where I'll be doing a couple of double headers. I'm going to Saratoga to close the thoroughbred track, but I'll wander over to Saratoga Harness at night. Yes.
Good.
Yes, we'll be there.
Beautiful place, Saratoga.
Oh, God, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Right.
Well, the horses are coming out on the track when we go down the list here. Fancy Dragon and Rocky Ward from the rail. Rocky's also the trainer and the owner. Rocky's from Aiken, South Carolina. It's a Fear the Dragon out of a Western Hanover mare, Fancy Filly. This filly's been racing very well. 16 starts on the year, 3 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. Last win was at Jefferson in 2-2-1. Also won at Lisbon in 2-5-1, and earlier this year won at Northfield Park in 58. Had a nice 2-year-old season too. Had 3 wins as a 2-year-old, and the fastest of those was 59-3 at Lima.
The Tuazama Beach Lady, who's having a big year, 8 for 21 with $63,000 in earnings, trained and owned in partnership by Herman Hagerman. Mark St. Louis will do the driving. It's off of a runner-up effort at Northfield, Ohio Sire Stakes effort at 17-1, beaten less than 2 lengths.
I Fly Solo and Darren Harvey from the 3. Dee Houghton is the trainer. Deidre also owns this horse along with Mark Walker. I Fly Solo raced yesterday at Mount Gilead finished third, was timed in 2-2 and 3. Won a race at Mansfield in 2-3. Had 14 starts as a 2-year-old with no wins, so 1 win in the lifetime for I Fly Solo.
The 4 is Cruiser Canceled, trained by Ryan Deaton. Luke Ebersol has picked up the mount because Elliot's not here today. This one's 4 for 22 for $25,000 in earnings. Had a bad night in the Buckeye Stallion Series at Northfield on the 19th, but prior to that was a runaway winner at Jefferson on August 7th.
Legend and Crest. Eric Miller drives for Corey DeArmond. David Kapp and Corey DeArmond are the owners of this bit of a legend filly. It's had 6 starts on the year, 2 wins. The most recent win was at Northfield on the Summit County Fair night, won by 2 lengths in 56 and 1, and also won at Cortland in 2 minutes flat. Let's join the post parade.
So the horses are on the track and working their way over here for the post parade for the final race of the afternoon, Home Talent Colt Stakes for 3-0 Pacing Fillies. Trophy presentation in memory of Jeff Ranny and Stanley Cox. One's Fancy Dragon, owned, trained, Darren Harvey. Drives for trainer D. Houghton, who comes with Mark Walker. 4 Cruiser Canceled, Luke Ebersol aboard for Ryan Deaton in the Colder Than Ice Racing, Dustin Ford Racing, and Randy T. Young Stables. 5 Legend and Crest, Eric Miller drives for Corey DeArmond, co-owns with David Kapp. That's the field for the finale.
Okay, that is your field. What a nice fellow
Paul Holzman?
Paul Holzman is. He just was talking to us a little bit more. What did he say his...
He promised us all his horse's earnings next year. Oh, he's not racing at 15. Nice going, Paul. He said Kenny, our track announcer, living good, jogged him out at Sabra Farm.
Oh, wow.
So Kenny's up close and personal with this horse.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is...
And he said he will retire. The owners are from Michigan.
Okay.
And they've already have his own paddock with his name on it already when he retires. So
how great.
Maybe they'll make a movie out of him.
Yeah, that would be cool. And he said that he got him when he was 6.
Something like that. I don't know all the details, yeah.
Yeah, and he's had him for most of the... He said he didn't have that many wins when he got him, so he's had him for most of them.
I don't have it with me, but I have a box score I should have printed out of all the tracks he's won at and raced at. It's amazing. He started in Canada, and then he worked his way down to Ohio. Yeah, he's been to a lot of places.
Yeah, that is for sure. So I think that this is going to be a really good race. There's some fillies in here that have won a lot. Mm-hmm. There's nobody that hasn't won a race, at least one race this year. I Fly Solo's had 1 win, but Legend and Crest has had 2 wins. Fancy Dragon 3. Cruiser Canceled 4 wins, and I'm a Beach Lady 8 wins. And I'm a Beach Lady, well, I'm going to assume is going to leave because she does kind of like it on the front. Fancy Dragon also likes to leave.
I was just about to say, is Rocky Ward going to get beat to the punch? We'll see.
Could be a battle.
They could duke it out right into the first turn and help set it up for somebody else. We'll see. Rocky Ward is no spring chicken. He's 74.
Right.
And we know how aggressive Mark St. Louis can be.
Yeah, Mark likes the top.
He's going to send this, and he's it's interesting. You look at the lines. 4 straight wins. He drove them in every one of the wins, and then they went to at Northfield on the 18th. He was probably busy at some fair. He didn't get to drive them. Aaron Merriman drove them, and they finished second. But they were 17-1. Still a big effort.
Yes.
In that Sire Stakes race.
Absolutely. I mean, only back by a length and a quarter and 54-1. So.
And she only cost $12,000 at the sales and has banked $111,000. Yep. Another good buy.
And a nice return. So here are the fillies coming into the stretch. Let's go up to Kenny.
Often pacing in the finale. There goes I Fly Solo and I'm a Beach Lady. They're the 2 the first to break the line with Fancy Dragon down at the inside. Into the first turn they go. I'm a Beach Lady in front. I Fly Solo drops down to the rail. Back to third and Fancy Dragon. Then Legend and Crest and Cruiser Canceled. Up the backstretch for the first time behind I'm a Beach Lady. I'm a Beach Lady leads by a length and a quarter on I Fly Solo. Then Fancy Dragon is racing third. Legend and Crest is fourth, and Cruiser Canceled fifth, and in line. Just 6 lengths separate them. 30 and 3 opening quarter speed for I'm a Beach Lady. I'm a Beach Lady leads over I Fly Solo, gets the 2-hole trip in front of Fancy Dragon from third. That's Legend and Crest and Cruiser Canceled. They work their way down in front of the stands behind I'm a Beach Lady. Beach Lady putting up the numbers here. Locked in there is I Fly Solo as Cruiser Canceled's underway from the backfield outside of Fancy Dragon, and Legend and Crest will shuffle to last but gets into the flow. 101 and 2 to complete a half mile. There's 1 lap to go, and it's I'm a Beach Lady who steps on the gas and opens up a 3-length lead on I Fly Solo. Cruiser Canceled back in third, then Legend and Crest will have to roll 3 wide with 8 lengths to pick up, and Fancy Dragon at the tail. Midpoint of the backstretch, final time. I'm a Beach Lady by 4. I Fly Solo is second. Then there are 3 across the track with Legend and Crest, Fancy Dragon, and Cruiser Canceled. 1:30 and 3. I'm a Beach Lady poised for a big mile, and she's got a 4-length advantage. I Fly Solo trying to keep pace. Then Legend and Crest and Fancy Dragon as they come to the top of the stretch. I'm a Beach Lady trying to polish it off, and she's got a 5-length margin, and she pours it on late. I'm a Beach Lady with a Mark St. Louis Jr. double. I Fly Solo will cling to the place spot. Legend and Crest third.
2 minutes and 3. 3/5. 2 minutes 3.
2 minutes 3/5. Time of the mile for I'm a Beach Lady.
So I'm a Beach Lady gets her 9th victory of the year, 13th victory overall, as we kind of predicted, went right to the top and just stayed right there.
Yeah, when they opted to put her in the Sire Stakes on August 18th, obviously she was feeling really good, and she raced that well, and that form has continued right here today, dominated the finale.
Yeah.
Did you hear the time? I didn't hear it.
2 minutes and 3/5.
Oh, boy. That's moving here.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Nice fast mile. So just remember tonight you can join in on the Ohio Harness Horsemen's broadcast from Findlay at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow, Van Wert at 11:30, right here at Canton at noon, and then Findlay at 6. So we got a lot of racing ahead of you. Tomorrow is Colt Day here at Canton. All the Colt Stakes, all the boys will be racing, and as well as the Stark County Trotting Derby tomorrow.
And don't miss tomorrow with us, because you're going to get to see the winningest 2-year-old horse training in North America right now, down by the parade, seeking his 14th win of the year. And that ranks him, he's tops among the 2-year-olds, and he's in the top 10 overall in the country, too. He's 6th overall in the country. So he'll try to add to that. So we've had a great story today with Southwind Amazon, and tomorrow we can see if the Clegg horse can keep moving down the road.
After her win in the Hometown Colt Stakes for 3-year-old pacing fillies.
There's the 2, I'm a Beach Lady. Owned by the Hagerman Racing, Martin Yoder and Daniel Straw. Trimmed by Herman Hagerman, Mark St. Louis Jr. is the winning driver. He grabs a driving double. 3-year-old Bay Filly Down by the Seaside out of the Rocket Image mare. Rocket on out. Bred by Martin Miller of Ohio, 13th lifetime win, 9th this season. I'm a Beach Lady. Gives Mark St. Louis Jr. the double. Trophy presentation in memory of Jeff Raney and Stanley Cox. Top down, Fancy Dragon 4th. I'm a Beach Lady was the winner. I Fly Solo 2nd. Cruiser Canceled 5th. Legend and Crest 3rd. 4, 1, 2, 5, and 3. 30 and 3. 101 and 2. 130 and 3. 2 minutes, 3/5. I'm a Beach Lady. That concludes the live racing program.
Fairgrounds. Harness racing takes place again tomorrow at noon. 8 races on that program, so be sure to join us tomorrow. For now, enjoy your rest of the afternoon and evening here from the Stark County Fair.
Okay, so that is it for us too. Don't forget, if you no Northfield races tonight. They are still going to have the qualifiers at 4, but due to a power outage that took out the lights on the track, they will not be racing at Northfield Park. but you can join in here at Findlay at 6. So
you sneak in that plug.
Yeah, we always got racing for you.
And join us tomorrow for more World Soccer, fish sandwiches, and fast miles.
Yes, absolutely. So for Bob Roberts and Steve Ulrich, myself, Susan Schroeder, wish you a great rest of your day.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing has been presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Dublin Valley Farms, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.